Hello, hello. How are we all doing? 4 a.m. in my country. Sheesh. Yeah, streaming at a little bit different time today. What's it called? Hold on, I just had like an absolute brain fart. Yeah, so like on the weekdays, because it's Monday right now for me in Australia, this is the time I can stream after work. So I'm gonna mess around with some stream times for weekdays. The weekends, which is like the Saturday for me, but I think it's Friday for everybody else. Those times will stay the same, but this week I'm just trying to experiment, like what's a good time for me to stream when I have work and stuff like that. So this week I'm gonna see like how things are streaming after work, and then next week I might see if I can wake up a little bit early to stream before work. So it'll be like at this time, but like minus 13 hours, something like that. Oh my god, 3 a.m. Sheesh. The magic of vastly different time zones is now we get Kevin modeling as a very late midnight snack. Yep. But we'll see. Like, I'm just gonna like mess around and see what's the best time for me to stream on weekdays and stuff like that. 4:30 a.m. for you, Just? Yeah, the Australian time zone is quite awful. It's like it's pretty bad for most, I think, my viewers. So I'm gonna, experiment a little bit. But other than that, how are we all doing? I guess it's like a very early morning for a lot of you guys. It's 3 p.m. for you? Yeah, nice. Always be checking in on the VODs? Yeah, that's good, that's good. There's also always VODs and stuff like that. You a West Islander? So I live in Australia and Victoria. So for me right now, it's like 6:35 p.m. So I just finished work like 30 minutes ago because I work like 9 to 5 weekdays. So third New Zealand island. Sure, buddy, sure. So I mean, we'll see, because I think like probably around this time I might be too tuckered out, I don't know. So I might have to do morning streams, but I think I'll be really tired during then as well. How's it going, Siri? 1:35 a.m. here. I did sleep already, but I'll probably sleep again eventually. I do that all the time. I mean, I finished work at around 6 and I took a quick power nap. So I just like basically woke up. I had like a 25-minute nap and I was like, oh shit, my alarm's all going off. I gotta turn on the stream. But we'll see. We'll see like what's the best time for everybody and stuff like that. 10:30 a.m. for you, Siri? Damn. It's like funny. It's just like almost the complete inverse of the time that I usually stream, like on Saturdays and stuff like that. But I want to stream more, so we'll see. I'll experiment this week, streaming around this time, and then next week I'll try and stream in the morning. But we will see, because I think like the morning streams, it's probably better for everybody. But like, because it'll be probably like 6 a.m. my time. It's quite early, so I can't be as like noisy because I don't want to wake up my neighbors. But I don't know, all good for that. And there's also the problem that like, am I actually gonna wake up on time? So I don't know. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. But yeah, so I'm just gonna basically carry on with the model I was working on last week. The aim of today's stream is to try get all the clothing and stuff done today, really. Which I think I can do. I hope I can do. I did a little bit off stream, but it's like very minor, very minor. I probably spent like, I don't know, like 10-20 minutes off stream, just like touching up a few things. But I'll quickly explain what I did. I think all I did really was just I extruded this bit out and adjusted the bow, which I'm gonna readjust anyway. And then I just combined this little cloth thing here to the mesh. That's all I really did off stream. Other than that, it's you guys didn't really miss out much. So that's pretty much the updates that I did. And then also when I was like looking at the model, I was like, the back is like really plain. If this is going to be like a game model thing, I kind of need like this to have a bit of a different design so it's more interesting. So I did a bit of redesigning off stream as well for the back. Like, I drew a whole like reference for it. Looks oh, because I just woke up from a nap. Looks so good. Love the style. Thank you. So yeah, I guess like I'll just get stuck into it. Where to start? I'll leave the bow for later. Because I remember, I think it's the last thing I did, and I was just like, it doesn't really look right. And as I say that, I'll quickly touch it up. Good work, good morning. Hey, how's it going? But yeah, I'm gonna experiment with some stream times on the weekdays and stuff like that. Trying to find the best way I can stream it a little bit more often. It's always fun, but like, yeah, it's just the power that is the Australian time zone is kind of difficult. Okay, I think I'll work on this back thing, which is kind of scary because it's like a big update, but we'll see how we go. How do I want to do this? I think I'll just block it out and then I'll think about the topology later. Oh yeah, also, I'm not really sure if I'm gonna stream like Saturday/Friday, so that's like Saturday for me. So I have a wedding I'm going to, so if I do stream, it'll probably be really short, to be honest, like, I don't know, 2 hours or so, because I gotta get ready for the wedding and stuff like that. It's a little bit of travel for me. I think it's like gonna take me like 1 to 2 hours to get there. You got fancy attire to wear? Yeah, it's like a Somali wedding, so they've got like I forgot exactly what it's called, like a thobe for me to wear and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be tripped out. How many textures should be a model? I always had one for clothes, body, hair, but I'm worried if I'm supposed to put all in one texture. I think it's really like, it depends. It's like up to you. I typically always do it on one file, like one texture, because I have like low resolution stuff, right? So I just do it all in one texture file. The only time I keep it separate, if it's like a mesh to where I'm gonna toggle on and off, I'll put that in a separate thing, just in case, like if I want to delete it or something like that. But yeah, I think it sort of depends. If you're working with more high res stuff, a lot of games will split it just because it's like, you know, probably more optimal to have several smaller size texture files than it is to have one gigantic like 12K file. And how's it going, Tessa? Okay, so one of the things I wanted to redesign here is, so one of the issues with the design in the back right now, it's just all like one color, so it's kind of just like boring. So I did an update to where I've got the sort of cloth here to where it's gonna fold like this, basically. So we're gonna do that, a little bit of updates. Yeah. But how are we all doing? Like, how's everyone's day been? Well, I think like, for most of you guys, probably just woke up, right? For me, my day's like been very long. It's been a busy day at work. I always like really dislike working on Mondays because it's just like, oh, it's just caked with meetings, and then like there's barely any time to work because of all the meetings. It's also just like, oh my god, like I want the weekend back so badly. Did hair for the first time in my model. Oh, nice. How'd that go, Just? I always find like working on hair is like sometimes like the most awful thing to do, but then like there are times where it does get kind of fun, low-key. Yes, I did see that Blender is coming to Android. I saw like a post on Twitter. I was like, oh, that's cool. We're so back. It's so over. We're so back. Yeah, that's like 100% the feeling where I'm doing like hair. It's like super like trust the process sort of thing. Not super relevant for this design, but the thoughts of decorative cloth in the back reminds me of, yeah, it's kind of inspired from that. Like, definitely had a lot of like references for that stuff. I struggle so much with 3D hair. Yeah, 3D hair is like really difficult. I'm gonna make a video on it eventually, like for my YouTube, like a proper video for it, but it's like a big topic to cover. Okay, I'm just gonna hide that because I keep on clipping into it while I'm at it. Let's separate this. Doing 3D VTuber models. This model here is going to be more of a game model or something I just mess around with in Blender. I do have a 3D like VTuber project I've been working on, which should hopefully get like announced and stuff like that soon. Excited to share the news about that. I'm making a video on it as well. Haven't really started on the video though, but it'll come out. It'll just take some time, really. Even 2D hair is difficult. Yeah, hair is just difficult all around because it's really organic and it's quite complex. Path curves is fine, but making bangs with a plane is just yeah, I only like do the planes thing like sometimes. If it's like a really flat hairstyle, I will. Otherwise, I usually just let rip with the curves generally nowadays. But yeah, hair is like very challenging because it's a lot of it's just like shape design really, and trying to find the best way to make interesting shapes and just ensuring like you're having a nice breakup in the forms and stuff like that. It's quite a challenging thing. So the way I want to do this. So right now, I'm just going to block things out, and then I'll figure out how I'm going to like combine it all in one mesh because I don't want this to be separate. True story, I usually break hair down into big shape chunks to simplify it for myself, but it doesn't work very well for shorter crop stuff, or maybe it's just me having a skill issue. Yeah, I think like with hair, a lot of it is just like shape design, and then ensuring that like when you're simplifying things to add some breakup where the design principle big, medium, small is like really important. You want like varying shape sizes and stuff like that. Otherwise things can get a little bit plain and boring. To where it's a very difficult thing. Oh, sick. I'm currently working on my first VTuber model, but the topology makes sense, but the rigging scares me. Yeah, the rigging for like VTuber stuff is quite challenging. Because when I'm doing stuff in Blender, right, it's like pretty straightforward, but because of how Unity's like rigging stuff goes and how it makes the model work, it's a little bit more back and forth testing and stuff like that, to where it is a bit challenging in that sense, but it's pretty fun still. Rigging is the fun part until you realize your bones aren't pointing to the correct direction. yeah. It's like so annoying to where, and sometimes Unity would be like, oh, this bone isn't pointing in the correct direction, or like it's not properly normalized or some silly stuff, and it's like, oh my god, why is this so like annoying? Yeah, also the challenge with hair, since there is, yeah, it's, I find with hair, I'll usually like draw a reference for myself and then I'll start to stray away from it once I'm in 3D. So I'll eventually just I might quickly figure out, oh, I drew this really poorly. It doesn't really make sense. And then I'll just mess about until I get it nice. I've been thinking of doing a low poly, but getting the UVs right is what I find difficult. Yeah, doing UVs and stuff like that for low poly models is quite different from like a normal like workflow. It is really fun because it's quite like, I don't know, there are some things I quite like doing that are very technical, and I find like when I'm doing UVs for this sort of thing, it's kind of fun once you sort of get in the, how to say, in the zone, I guess, to where I quite enjoy doing it now, but it's still very hard and takes quite a lot of like back and forth to where I'm doing my UVs and I'm like plugging them in and out of texturing to see like, do these UVs have enough texture resolution? Are they easy to paint in? Etc. It's at the same time like trying to organize my UVs so they're nice and clean. I freebought my model with no reference, just imagination. Didn't come out I thought I would. Yeah, even though I've been doing this stuff for a while, I always use reference like in scene like this. I almost never have a side view. I kind of only had this for like the class stream I did, but I always have this in here just so I don't like go way too off reference. Because like I probably will if I don't have something by my side. I've been thinking, oh, sorry, I just reread a message. Yeah, it's also part of the beauty of it. Hello, fellow man. Hey, how's it going, E-boy? Okay. Hey, thank you for the follow, Truckun. That's actually, I like that name. Okay, I think that's kind of what I'm after. I want this to be thicker though. Do you do 2D art? Not really. The only 2D art I do is I just draw these references, like the front and side. So like generally just the front view, but I don't actually really draw. So like I can draw something like this, but if you ask me to put something in perspective, in a pose, anything besides it being front on or on the side, it's GG's. I'm probably cooked. Just because I don't really draw. I used to draw a little bit more when I was younger, but I've always been pretty bad at it. So I don't draw too much. I'm a lot better at 3D, so that's kind of why I just do 3D stuff. I only like draw out of necessity. So I was like, oh, I want to do my own OCs and stuff like that. That looks like a lot of fun. So then I started picking drawing up a little bit more. To where I've been kind of thinking about practicing drawing more on this side, but and I just have so much stuff I want to do. Like I've been getting into Godot and stuff like that recently, which has been fun. It's just a lot of stuff I'm interested in trying out and whatnot. I haven't seen the full video about Blender on Android, but I did see some random clip of it on Twitter that was cool, but I haven't like properly checked it out. That's fine. Can you use your own models as reference for the perspective and poses, right? Yeah, I can for sure. So sad it's not on iOS. Yeah, the only like iOS device I have nowadays is the Like I just use an Android phone. Like I have a random Samsung phone. I've never really been a fan of like iPhones and stuff like that. Like I'm using an iPhone for tracking, but it's like some secondhand one I got that's like barely functional. Like I just got it for the camera. I will say though, like I'm not the biggest fan of Android tablets. I much prefer the iPad. Hey, thank you for the super. Debbie Sheem, just wanted to stop by and say hi. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Have you tried Nomad Sculpt? I don't think I have. I'm pretty picky when it comes to sculpting stuff. The only sculpting thing I really like is like ZBrush, to be honest. Like what I once I start, I've used ZBrush for a while and I just can't quit it. It's like it just feels so much just the way ZBrush feels is just so much like nicer compared to other stuff. Like I've tried sculpting in Blender, but it just, I don't know, it just didn't feel as nice. Given that was like almost 2 years ago, maybe 3. I haven't tested it out since. First time seeing someone do modeling while there is UV. But I haven't tried Nomad Sculpts. I don't really do much sculpting stuff anymore. Okay, I might have to pull in my back reference to make sure I've got these proportions right, actually. Can't keep my eyes open, I'm sleeping. I wish you a good shoot. Hey, no worries, Wood Showtime. Hope you have a good night's rest. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, the UI in ZBrush is weird, but I had good tools while in Blender. It's just a basic. Yeah, don't get me wrong, like the UI in ZBrush is terrible, but you kind of get used to it over time. But it's very much like an obscure software for sure. I get why a lot of people can't get into it because like the UI is such a awful thing, but I definitely got used to it over time. Like something as simple as just like using the brushes just felt so much nicer in ZBrush. And it's paid. Yeah, ZBrush used to be really good before Maxon bought them out because it was like perpetual for life for free updates. And then Maxon came in a picture to, I have to pay for updates. So I haven't like updated it since Maxon bought them out. And that's been like fine for me. I find back when I used to do sculpting stuff, I found a lot of the updates were pretty useless. To where I was just like, I don't really need this. Okay, I think I will quickly just pull in the reference, just so I have something to work off. Yeah, the subscription model is so annoying. It's primarily just to target businesses and stuff like that because they'll pay for it no matter what. Yep, here we go. Okay, let's touch this up. The keyboard, Sansa says satisfying. Yeah, I have a pretty nice keyboard. I have a Newfie Halo, I think 96 or something like that. I'm using their tactile, I think with stereo keys. It's very nice. Like I usually, like my old keyboards have always been like blue key switches. But I'm really liking these ones. They sound like a lot better than blue as well, because blue is just click, clack, clack, clack. Okay, let's have a look here. All right, let's start merging this in now. So this is going to be an absolute pain. but we'll get there. We'll get there. Have you tried Jollibee? No, I've actually never. So I've never gone to the Phils. I've never gone to the Philippines. I've never left Australia, so I've actually never tried Jollibee. I think there was like rumors of them opening it up in, I think WA, which was kind of like annoying. It's like I've had all places, you guys picked WA, so I've actually never tried Jollibee. But like every single Filipino friend I have has been like, it's the best thing ever, which I believe. I believe for sure. I really want to try the filo pasta because like filo pasta is one of my favorite foods, like of all time. Like I love filo spaghetti. Holy, it's like low-key the most unholy concoction. Like it's very different to where I think a lot of people are scared by because it's like sweet, really sweet. But I really do. I just love filo pasta. It's so nice. We just make it sweet, then put hot dogs in there. Yeah. I've tried filo spaghetti. I used to have it all the time back when I lived with my parents. It's one of my favorite foods. Which is kind of, I think, growing up, I didn't initially like it, but when I got older, it was like my favorite thing ever. Okay, this is looking kind of nice now. Yeah, it's only been rumors about Jollibee opening in Australia, though. It'd be silly for them not to open Australia because we have quite a lot of Filipinos here in Australia. So I feel like it's kind of a no-brainer, but they might be a bit scared because we've had a few like American chains come here that haven't really done well. I know like Jollibee is an American, but it's just as an example of like international chains and stuff like that. Like we have Taco Bell here that kind of came recently, and they're pretty much like filing to like the owners of it are pretty much applying to sell. So it probably won't be in Australia for too much longer. Jollibee is kind of overhyped though. It's good, but it's not that good. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just kind of interested to try the novelty of like the filo spaghetti and seeing what it's like in fast food form. But I'm not sure how well Jollibee would do in Australia, to be honest. I think it really depends on the price of it. Because we have quite a lot of like nice fried chicken places. So I'm not sure how well it would do. So I feel like that would be the main thing people get it for. Okay, how do I want to join this now? Can I just butcher this? Let's see. I've never been a huge fan of Taco Bell, other than the little cinnamon twist things. It's just a childhood nostalgia. Yeah, I'm kind of mixed on Taco Bell here in Australia. It's like kind of goated, but also like, I don't know. Some of it's just like meh. Like the Crunchwrap Supreme I think's overrated. Like it's okay, but like I don't know about it being like the best thing that they have. Jollibee is good, but you need to get on the Mang Inasal game. Yeah, I think one thing we don't have in Australia is I think if you had fried chicken, other than KFC, Kfers, like yeah, probably have like Korean fried chicken. I think it's like probably all we really have here. It's just like Korean fried chicken. We have that a lot, but we don't have a lot of like other kind of like Asian chicken. Like not enough places with chicken and rice. I think Fraser Fine the first time on stream, really love your style. Hey, thank you and welcome. Okay, so this is like an abomination here, but I mean, we'll figure it out. Whoa. Yeah, I'm gonna fix this. I'm just getting the shape in first. And making sure that the shape is first fine, and then I'll fix the topology. But the only thing I really like from Taco Bell that I actually really like is the Cheesy G, which I wouldn't be surprised if it's just an Australian thing and like we have here with our Taco Bell, but it's just like a fat taco with a thick tortilla to where it's like quite bready. Like one of my favorite things of all time is cheese as well. Like I am a mega addicted to cheese. It's like I've had it literally on anything you can think of. I've probably tried putting cheese on it. It's quite bad how much shit I've tried that I probably shouldn't have putting cheese on it. But you'd be surprised of how much it works with. Ooh, I really don't like this shape here, but we'll see. Yeah, cheese just makes so much stuff better. It's not even like a taste thing. It's more of like just a textural thing. God, I love cheese. Like when I cook pasta, which is quite regularly, I'll have pasta with the cheese. I mean, I'll have cheese with pasta, I should say. I think if I was like lactose, yeah, if I like couldn't eat dairy, I'd be really depressed because like I put cheese in everything. Okay, what we can do here is first let's hide this stuff. It's getting in our way. This shape looks awful. I can definitely fix this. I'm kind of figuring I've never actually tried Taco Bell before. Yeah, it's pretty meh in Australia. Keep in mind, like we don't have like Baja Blast or like the... Well, I feel like we're missing a ton of items for our Taco Bell in Australia. It's quite like... scuffed. It's like a little bit shitty. It's pretty disappointing. I don't see Taco Bell lasting for too long here in Australia. I feel like they're probably going to be like gone soon. Because there's rumors that like they're trying to sell like the rights in Australia to where they're trying to see if another company will take it. If not, they're just going to exit. I think I heard the US has a cheese fault. I think I've heard of that before, which is kind of like funny as shit, to be honest. I think I've heard that. Okay, I think I know what's throwing me off here. I probably need to merge these together. Yeah, I'm a pretty big fiend for cheese. And like cheese, like I don't hate blue cheese, but I think I'm a pretty strong texture guy, like mouthfeel type shit. Like I'm an old man, more or less. I really like mild cheese. Like I love mozzarella just because it's like, I don't know, the texture is just nice. Ooh, I will save. I remember like when I was streaming a couple months ago, I just kept on forgetting to save. So when someone would ask me a question, I'd pull up a project to explain, I'd forget to save and I'd lose like half an hour of progress, like on repeat. Is the coloring for the model material based or UV based? It is material based, but I will be doing this in textures and stuff like that. I only am doing it material based at the minute, as just to like see how things are looking. So I will be texturing this much later once I start properly laying things out. Hello from the Philippines. Hey, how's it going? Hello from Ecuador. Hey, that's cool seeing a lot of people from different regions show up today. I think the normal stream time, it's mostly lads from the US, so it's cool seeing all different kinds of people show up. Pepper jack cheese is the best cheese. Oh, I don't know what my favorite cheese is, to be honest. Like, I'm having to think now. Man, I don't know. Like, mozzarella is kind of up there. I like, I really like a nice little burrata. Like, I don't know. I'd have to like actually sit down and think about it. Hello from Spain. Hello from Brazil. Hello from around the corner. Grilled cheese slaps extra with fried egg in it. I don't think I've ever actually tried a grilled cheese with fried egg in it. Thinking about it now, like I'm trying to think if I ever actually tried that. I don't think I have. It sounds horrible about. Yeah, it was pretty bad, but also I was like so scatterbrained back then. I don't know. I mean, I still am now, but like that was like funny. I kept on doing it like on repeat. So I was like, shit, I need to make this a redeem or something. Sounds like a viable game. Payday, but mice trying to heist cheese out of the US. Ooh, that's a cook, dude. That's a cook. How's that? I think it kind of is looking off to me at the minute just because I don't have any thickness here. Let's see. Whoop, nope. It's a bit better, but the shape's just, I hate how it's like intersecting here. Want to learn character modding, but my brain don't want to let me start with low poly. Been failing for years. Yeah, like learning 3D is kind of tough because it's like, so the biggest issue of learning 3D as it compared to 2D is just the software is so much more daunting than if you were to get into like digital drawing. Because it's very technical to where it takes you at the start. It's frustrating because it's like you're kind of getting cock blocked by the software itself because it's so like it's just very complex and stuff like that, and you have to learn a lot of technical things and stuff to get into it. But then over time, once you get past that, it's like really rewarding. Once you get past all that stuff, and it becomes kind of fun in the sense that like when I'm doing stuff, it's like, you know, I have a better understanding of the software, so I get to explore and find new workflows and stuff like that to where it feels pretty rewarding in that sense. But I'm not sure how much of that is just me coping, but it is very challenging to get into. I find I'm more of a technical person, so it's much easier for like my sort of the way my brain works to get into, but it is quite challenging. Yeah, it is a higher barrier of entry. That's the term I'm looking for. You don't only have to learn a 3D skill, but you also the whole program. Yeah, that's the main thing. The whole program, and depending on what you're doing, it might not just be one program, but it could be several. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, please make sure there's an unlockable cosmetic for mice. Yeah, let me take a sip of water. Thank you for the redeems. Man, I really need to replay Final Fantasy X soon. But there's just so many games I want to replay at the minute. There's too much content. And I don't have enough time. It's like really annoying. I always get sidetracked. You're so pro, Chef? Oh, thank you. I'm like really bent out of shape of this not looking right, but I think I'm just being overly pedantic about it, low-key. Oh, that's all right. Let's go join. Oh my god, sorry, I just burped. I hope you guys didn't hear that. I never finished FF10. I'm stuck at the Chocobo race. Dude, I love FF10 so much. It's one of my... God, my friends, whenever I talk about it, I get gleeful about it. It's one of my favorite like FFs, just because it's like, I don't know, it's just so unique. And the game holds up quite well, considering it's like a turn-based like JRPG. It's one of my favorite just because I love like the world environment, and the story's good as well. Like, I don't know, it's just Hall of Famer for me. The soundtrack is like fire. I could like yap about it for a long time. Okay, I think what I need to do here is Luki. I might be thinking in here. I'll just leave it be. I would duplicate all of it and test it out. Yeah, I think I'm just like, well, I just woke up as well from my nap, so I think I'm just like overthinking it and just trying to, I suppose, warm up. Like, I'll get there eventually. How does one achieve swag like you? Also, hi, hey, how's it going? I don't know. Hard work and dedication. Yeah, just leave it for now. Alright, what are the other bits I had to work on? Let's see. I'm getting my reference now. Okay, I wanted to work on the arms a little bit as well. So I want some cute little folds on the side here, so I'll quickly do that. The exaggerated swagger of an Aussie 3D modeler. It's, I don't know, it's always funny whenever I stream. Because I'm kind of in my own little bubble here, to where I forget, like, Australia is a small country. Like, one of the funniest things about streaming and stuff like that is I had to learn how time zones worked. And dude, it's the most like confusing shit ever. Like, I do not understand time zones. Hard work and dedication and holy bars. Hey, it's the truth, man. Gotta work hard. Not too hard on yourself. Allow yourself to have breaks and stuff like that. But yeah, like, I think I'm quite hard on myself, to where I'm often too hard on myself. But a lot of times I have to like remind myself, like, hey, chill out, etc., and give myself breaks, which is kind of hard because I'm quite a workaholic. But it's that thing to where if you ever want to get good at something, a lot of times you kind of just have to push through, despite how challenging and difficult it can be, which it is quite hard. It's all about building discipline, because like naturally we're sort of, our bodies are sort of taught to like not do anything that you don't want to do or like is challenging, because it's like it can be like your body will see it as harmful and stuff like that. So it's really hard to sort of break that. But it's largely just about building discipline and learning more about yourself, and finding out what makes you tick, like what stuff that you really don't like and can't push through. So it's very much like a balancing act and stuff like that. My understanding of time zones is the sun has moved and went somewhere else, probably. Just anything more complex requires Google. Yeah, it's like, for me, I just don't know like what time zones people generally use, so I'm always confused when I'm posting about going live. So today I was just like, I'm just gonna post a like my own time zone. Y'all can figure it out. The hardest part is I can't decide if I want to do anime style or not. Try both. I really recommend experimenting a lot. I didn't always do this low poly style. I used to do like relatively high poly sculpts and stuff like that. And then I discovered this and was just like, this is really fun. And I just kept doing it, you know? I really recommend to not pigeonhole yourself into things and to explore a lot. For example, I work full-time as a motion designer, which is basically a funny way to call myself an animator. But originally, I wasn't studying to do motion design. I was studying to be a graphics designer. But I ended up trying motion design and took a job. And even before that, I was studying to be in high school. I was planning to be a computer software engineer. And then I did a last minute pivot because I won some award thing for like some design unit I was taking, and I was like, oh, I think I'm okay at this, so I might just stick with it. And that's how I kind of am here now, just through experimenting, trying a lot of things. It's much better for you to try and fail at stuff than to never try it at all, because you'll be surprised of like what you actually enjoy. I really recommend it. It's something I try to do a lot, and being really open-minded to things and not pigeonhole myself too hard, which like sometimes I will be a bit close-minded, I won't lie, but you know, just a little, sometimes I just have to remind myself, give it a shot, you never know, sort of thing. God, yes, exactly. That's where most people stop withdrawing, because they get frustrated with their art not looking good. Like, whenever you try something, you're always gonna suck at it, like, no matter what, right? It's very rare that you'll, like, try something, you'll be, like, good at it at the start. So it's really important to be accepting of failure and embracing it. So whenever I, like, fail and do something shit, whether it be in this stuff here or outside of my other things in my personal life, it's always important to like realize that's okay. If anything, sometimes it's better because you learn more from failing than you do from succeeding, in my opinion. And yeah, it's a little bit cope, but I do kind of strongly believe that you learn a lot through failing, and it's a really important skill set to have, that like you are able to learn from your failings and stuff like that, and not be too harsh on yourself. Shading with the topology, that's allowed. So I'm kind of just doing this topology stuff here, kind of just like messing about, because all I'm doing is just adding triangles to the quads. So I won't go too crazy, but I might retopo this later down the line. I'm kind of just getting the shape in, and stuff like that. Dude, I used to bully myself to make super realistic characters and weapons. Then on a whim, I made a stylized or polished character and was instantly hooked. Yeah, it's like definitely a thing to where you just have to experiment for a little bit, because you'll be surprised of like what you actually find fun. Like don't even like, because there are times where it's like you may not even think like XYZ is like cool, whatever, and you find out like it's actually really enjoyable and fun and stuff like that. So it's really important, because there's no harm done trying stuff out as well. So I try to keep an open mind for the most part, and I'm quite a rigid person as well. To where sometimes I'm like set in my ways, where I have to force myself to be like, this could work out better, and mess about with it. Where did you learn topology? So I'm like fully self-taught on this stuff. A lot of the topology stuff and whatnot that I learned is just through downloading other people's models and studying from them. to where learn this style in particular, what I did was I downloaded a lot of like game models and studied how they did their topology and learned a lot from that. That's kind of how I developed the hand topology for this. I studied a lot of models from the 3DS, PS2, Wii, and kind of came up with this to where I think the fingers here was like a direct inspiration from how they model the fingers in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop from memory. And then like the palm was kind of just based off experience and what I know from like modeling stuff, I suppose. So I'm fairly just felt self-taught, and I've just learnt a lot through studying other people's models. That's what works best for me, I find. Figuring it out on my own, because I have really bad attention span. So like watching tutorials and stuff like that. I don't typically watch tutorials because I can't focus. If you mean to ask how you make with the Shadow Works 2, it's about how I do this. Are you asking? Sorry, I read that a little bit late. Are you asking about how I texture my shadows? Or are you asking how I would make this work with like lighting inside the scene? Personally, I think it's easier to achieve charming / visual appealing characters the further you go from realism to, but that's definitely my taste. And also Uncanny Valley. Yeah, that's the difficulty with doing more realistic stuff. The Uncanny Valley is really hard because the more closer you are to like a realistic thing, right, the more likely you're going to actually register that as like an actual real human being. And because we've been trained to like stare at people for so long, it's really easy to pick up any inconsistencies. So like that's why realism is like really hard to achieve and stuff like that. And I was kind of the same issue to where I was just like, low-key, some of my sculpts were okay, but a lot of them were pretty bad low-key, just because it's just that small percent that's off and it becomes glaring, and it's really difficult to like put your finger on it if you're not like an expert of like, why does this look off? Yeah, it's fine for now. I tried to study from like the Jet Set Radio Future models once, but then once I took a look at the topology, I was like, what the fuck are all these trials? Yeah, I can show you a really quick way to fix that. Let me save and I'll do an example for you. So there actually is a way to somewhat fix that. So let's say, so first of all, the reason why everything is triangulated is because game engines will render everything as tries. That's why n-gons aren't like allowed. You shouldn't have things that have a face that has more than 4 vertices, because the game engine needs to convert everything into triangles. So whenever you get a model from a game, it will always be imported as triangles, right? So it'll often look like this. Now, a way to somewhat convert them back into quads is if you go into, I believe, let me find it. Yep, so if you go into face and then you go triangles to quads, click this, it will do its best job to convert the tries to quads. Now, what this can do, it can sometimes break the UVs, so it's really important that in this drop down, you open it up and click compare UVs. It'll then try and quantify the mesh to its best ability based on the UVs, so the UVs won't get cooked. But as you can see here, it's a little bit off. So you won't get like a one-to-one perfect, but for the most part, you can sort of guess and make an educated guess to see how it'll look, right? So that is like one tip if you're doing that sort of stuff. Because also when artists are making things for games as well, they're actively using triangles. So you can see here, like I've got a triangle here as well. And then when I convert this to triangles to quads, this gets deleted because this was actually intentional, but like the Blender can't figure that out because it's like was done deliberately by the artist. Oh, I'm curious, and you probably get this a lot. Do you do anything special to drive your mouth textures? Nothing too special. I can actually show you my model in Blender. Give me a second to do that. So I can show you exactly how it's done. What character are you modeling? I am just modeling a OC of mine. It's I guess, yeah, I saved. In the past, literally what I'm doing right now, I'd forget to save, but I was so triggered by that one day like a year ago that like I am remembering. So thank you. So this is my model here. So the way I do these sort of face things, with the face changing with just the PNGs and stuff like that, there's a few ways to do it. You can do like a UV offset thing, but the much simpler thing is doing it with blend shapes. So if I go into the head here, one second. So if I go into the head here, I have a bunch of shape keys for everything. You can't see because my model is covering it, but you can sort of see in the corner here, I have all these blend shapes to where at the very top, I have all the mouth shapes. To where if I go into wireframe mode, might be hard to see in the stream because of the bitrate, but I have a ton of planes hidden inside the face. So when I turn on this blend shape, it'll shift that plane in front of my current mouth. So I'm just snapping between the different blend shapes basically, to where I have it set up in Unity to where it'll go from 0 to 1 in binary, just switching it on and off. That's how I do all the mouth stuff. And then for the eyes, I just have normal like blend shapes to control everything. But there are other ways to do it, but in my opinion, that is the most simple way. I saw you add shadows, so I don't think it's lighting, but it's gonna be curious. So the way I'm doing shadows just here, I just have a different material. All these materials are just unlit with a single color. And then I just have like the lit material with the normal color and then a shadow material with the darker color. Generally, all of my models are all unlit. I manually paint and bake in the shadows myself, similar to like how they do it in League of Legends. Is this ARKit or webcam to Visme or audio processing? This model right here, I'm using like an iPhone for the face tracking, but it's just set up with like the normal Visme. Just because like if I wanted to do ARKit for something like this, there'd be way too many face shapes. So I typically only make, I think it's like 5 or 6 mouth shapes for just normal talking. And then I'll do expressions on top of that for the VTuber models that I've made. But also to mention that if I want like okay-ish tracking for this, I either have to really go into the settings of the like iPhone for the tracking to really dial stuff in, or I use audio processing. So I have iPhone for the tracking plus it's triggered by audio as well to assist. Otherwise, I find the mouth movement isn't as snappy. There are ways to fix it, but this is sort of just easier. Did I miss anything else? Let me know if I miss anything else. Like this chat is moving really quick. Well, like quick for me, which is good. It's good. 1 second, I just gotta refill my water. Sorry, I was just refilling my water. Okay. But yeah, then in like Warudo, the way it's set up, it's like converting the AR kit to like the normal, it's like a VRM format to like the normal VRM format sort of thing. But I have a couple of manual extra things. Like if I do this is like I've had to manually set up in the blueprints and stuff like that with just the eyebrows and stuff like that. Like by default, the VRM setup in Warudo doesn't have that, so I've just manually included that in the setup for it. Which Warudo is the application I use for the VTuber thing. Okay, so where were we? Oh, yeah, I was doing the arms. Okay, that's all fine. I think. Oh yeah, I'll fix the bow here because it's looking scuffy. Yeah, let's hide everything else and just work on this bow because I don't like how it looks. From memory, this is like the last thing I did on stream as well, and then I was like so tuckered out, I just like was just phoning it in. I was like, oh my god, I need to take a nap. So let's just quickly tweak that now. Hi, how old are you? Is it not a government secret? No, that's fine. I am, I think 29. Yes, I'm 29. I say I think because like, dude, I always forget how old I am. Like no matter how old I am, I always forget. It's like even when I was like 19 and stuff like that, I'd always like pause for a second and think, how old am I? And then do the math in my head. Thanks for the info, very helpful, no worries. Yeah, dude, I get so like angry whenever I meet someone born in 2000 because I'm just like, you lucky motherfucker, you don't have to do shit, dude. I'm always like counting in my head. I've been messing around in Blender and Warudo recently, and it's a bit overwhelming to get stuff done. These streams are really helpful. Hey, I'm glad they've been helpful. And yeah, it's like Warudo and stuff like that is super overwhelming. Like not even just Warudo, but having to jump into Unity and stuff like that as well is the whole process is kind of cooked to where at least with Warudo it has really good documentation. I will say that's kind of one of the main reasons I use it over other stuff. The documentation is like really nice, and from what I've seen, the Discord's really helpful as well. Like I've encountered a few problems and I found a lot of the stuff was like people encountered the same problems and there were like answers in the Discord. And thank you for the follow, welcome on in. As a beginner, your topology for nose and knuckles saved my sanity. Hey, nice. The topology and stuff like that, I really dialed it in for the hands, so I was getting really frustrated of how like crap my hands looked. So I spent a lot of time trying to figure out. So I think I spent like a week just tinkering with stuff and like how I wanted to do it. Because I really disliked how the hands of my older characters were so blocky. Did you learn to shade by yourself? Yeah, I'm not really... pretty much everything I've learned by myself or like have watched like random YouTube tutorials and stuff like that. But I'm very much of a learn by trial of fire kind of person, in the sense that like I learn best through just trying and then figuring it out on my own. Spite is a great motivator. Yes. Hi, I just downloaded Blender. What to do next? I recommend checking out some beginner tutorials. Like I think there's someone named Grant Abraham or something like that. He makes a lot of good tutorials. I recommend just looking at really basic stuff, and then from there, once you've got the basic stuff down, I'd recommend just starting a project and having fun, really. I wouldn't like focus on watching too many tutorials. You just want to watch a really basic tutorial with Grant Abbott's is his name. basic tutorial, and then from there, just start making stuff. You know, you don't want to like get trapped in tutorial hell where all you do is watch tutorials. It's a very easy trap to get into. Yeah, I've done stuff in Unreal before, but now I have to get, I'm in the same boat. I've done stuff in Unreal, that's why I kind of like Waruda's like blueprint stuff. I was like, this is really kind of similar to Unreal. This is fantastic. But I don't like Unity at all. It's so annoying. And the fact that you have to like use an older version and then you're having to use like all these different plugins and stuff like that, it's kind of confusing. But yeah, I recommend just watching some sort of tutorial through YouTube, like a basic beginner one. And then from there, once you start to feel comfortable in the software, just try and make something. And then as you get into problems, search up tutorials as you go. Any tips to get out of tutorial hell? I think my main tip is just like forcing yourself to do a project, like a small little project. And then like as you're working across it, if you have any like issues or confusions about something, look up like individual tutorials rather than searching up for like a full how to make like a character sort of thing. And then trying to test yourself. Like for example, what I used to do with projects was I would always assign myself to where I'm like, for example, I want to improve on texturing. So this project, I'll work really hard to make sure the texturing's nice, right? And then once I'm done with that, that project, where that was the main focus, I'll then review myself and be like, how did I do here? Do I feel like I need to focus on this again? If not, like, what's something else I can have be the focus? So with my projects, I'm always kind of reviewing myself to where I'm like, how did I go with this? What do I need to improve upon? What can I have as a focus for the next project? For this project I'm doing here, I'm going to have it be a thing to where it's like, how can I learn like a nice pipeline for doing stuff for games and whatnot? Like what are some issues I might come into or some tutorials I have to like watch for that? So that's kind of how I do things, to where like it's very easy just to do tutorials for everything, but you kind of just need to build mileage. And the only way to do that is just by making projects and stuff like that, you know? But I'm 24, can I do, bro? I feel like I'm lost. I mean, yeah, I only got into this stuff like mid-20s as well. Like, you can definitely do it. It's just like, if you just come at it with a good attitude, like, you can do it. Age doesn't really matter. It's as long as you just, like, the main thing when you're older is you have less time to do stuff. So you just need to have better time management skills. But if you just, you know, as long as like as long as you have fun with it, like at the end of the day, that's all that really matters, really, just having fun with it. I think that's the most important thing, just to, when you're doing something in general, if you're like doing it like a hobby or something and just not having fun with it, what's the point, I suppose? So as long as you're having fun with it, I think that's like one of the most important things. Like, I wouldn't be here today if I wasn't having fun with making stuff, but then also talking to you guys. Otherwise, it'd just be pointless. Like, the money is like whatever. Yeah, it's been a long time. I'm glad to see you back to streaming. Hey, it's good. Yeah, it's been a while, huh? Yeah, I've been starting to stream a bit more often again. Dude, I'm 26 and bro can still do it? I mean, yeah, look you, Sam. But a lot of the creative stuff, I just kind of just do for fun, really. For the love of the game. Yeah, I remember you. Don't worry, I remember you did like that little fan art. That was like so sick. I think that's the first fan art I ever had, and I was like, holy chills. Okay. Okay, that's looking okay. Or is it? Whoa, what's happening? Why is it playing the same song? Wait, do I have repeat on? Alright, let's play a different Final Fantasy. Let's play some 7. Okay, that's okay. Sorry, I'm just having to think right now of the model. I still haven't played through any of the FF7 remakes. I was kind of waiting for the third one to get announced, and then I was like, okay, now I can start slowly banging them out. So I'm a little bit behind as well, Loki. Yeah, Final Fantasy has some of the best music by far. They got the goats of the industry. Like all the FF14 tracks like bang so much, man. I can't actually think of a single like series where they missed. What can I jump into next? I can do the other bow. Minecraft has like legendary soundtrack. Okay, I'll model these little cute bows for the arm now as well, but I'll do it a little bit differently. So I'll use some symmetry here. I want to try VTubing, but I don't know how to create an OC. Any recommendations? I'm not really sure because I don't really know what I'm doing either. That's like something I'm like learning as I go, like as well, to be honest. Like I'm working on redesigning my VTuber right now because I don't really like it. I mean, I don't like hate it, but like I think I would want it to be better, sort of thing. To where, yeah, I'm not too sure for any advice on that because that's something I'm still working on myself as well. Okay, origin to selected. Man, I bought FF Pixel Remaster. I'm still on FF1. I really like I kind of like the Pixel remasters. I was playing through it. They're quite good. They're quite good. And I was really surprised by FF2 story, and that actually has a story. And I was like, wow, there's actually stuff here. Why it's so cute though? Yeah, I don't like dislike it. I just think like, I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of on like a big fantasy binge to where I low-key want something a little bit more like fantasy themed. Plus like, the model is kind of old. Like a lot of it was like made before I kind of knew what I was doing. So like I'm messing about. Like I'm currently like redesigning like a chef thing. But it's not bad, the current model I have. I just kind of want to experiment a little bit. Ooh. But I'm kind of still figuring out my own style right now, to be honest. Like trying to find out how to say, like, I don't know, I'm trying to find this balance. Like I really like fantasy stuff to where I'm like, I need to do more fantasy like style things. But then also at the same time, I'm like, but I also really like cute stuff. So I'm like, how can I mix them together? Plus, like, I really struggle with character design and stuff like that. It's like it's my worst thing. Do you have any backlog games? I have so many, dude. I have so many. Besides all the Final Fantasies that I'm currently like replaying through, because I'm going from 1 to like current tier, including all the side games on Steam. Besides that, I do have a fair amount. Like, there's a couple of indie games I think I bought recently that I need to have a sus at. I can't think of any recent releases that are in my backlog off the top of my head. There's a couple like, I think the main thing when I'm kind of like in my backlog are just like old games and stuff like that. I've been revisiting a lot of like older games and stuff like that for fun. Like I've been playing Gears of War with my mates. That's been kind of fun. It's like just it's like so different to how games are nowadays. Like, not to sound boomer, but it's really really interesting, like playing like older games and stuff like that. Yeah, just add buckles and stuff, dude. I love like the OG FF design and stuff like that, where they just add belts and shit to everything. To be honest, I don't really pay attention to AAA stuff that's released anymore. Yeah, me either. Because it's not really, I'm not really the demographic for it anymore, because it's mostly just like battle pass live service slop. Unless it's from Nintendo or JRPG, they're like, yeah, I'm like the same vein as you. Yes, the technical pouches. I love Nomura's designs. He gets a lot of hate, but like, dude, I can't hate on the guy, man. He made my childhood with KH. Kingdom Hearts is like my favorite series of all time. If people know me, I don't shut the fuck up about it if I have an opportunity to talk about it. It's one of my favorite series of all time, even though like I've been a little bit mid recently. Like the OG is so good. Like KH2, unmatched, bro. Unmatched, man. I have played Nier Automata. I really like Nier. I really like Yoko Taro, like his games and stuff in general, because he's just unhinged. Nier is really good. I do recommend trying it out. If like you guys only have PC and stuff like that, I think nowadays the PC port's fine. You just have to grab a couple of simple mods to fix the port a little bit, because from memory is a little bit scuffed. Okay, let's make this not look as flat now. Only releases I'm looking forward to is the new Silent Hill that comes out in September. There's a new Silent Hill? I didn't know that. Let me set this up. I didn't play Silent Hill F, but I really like the OG. I'm like a massive baby when it comes to horror stuff. It's where I avoid horror games, like single player ones. I get too scared. But like I love watching every like video that's like analyzes Silent Hill. It's like my comfort watch, low key. I don't think the hate is justified. I love seeing the things artists love in the work. It doesn't need to be sensible, realistic. Yeah. I think a lot of people just dislike Nomura and stuff like that. It's based off like the Kingdom Hearts story and whatnot. But I mean, that's just classic people being online and stuff like that. I actually play everything on Switch 1 because I have a potato PC and laptop. Yeah, I only have like a good PC because of like my day job. But like if I didn't do this job, I'd be so fried. Like, because I can put a lot of this stuff like on tax and stuff like that because I need the PC for work. It's like the only benefit I have at this job. Low-key. Okay, I think what I'm going to do as well is symmetrize this. version 2. Oh, I don't want that. Okay, let's do this. Boom. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I didn't know they were releasing on the Silent Hill. Oh, dude, also to mention, I played Resident Evil 5 with my mate as well recently. That game gets crazy slander, but it's low-key really good game. I get why people disliked it, because it was like, it's definitely a game intended for co-op, but it was good. It was good. That was really fun. That was really fun to play. But I can't think of any other new releases that are coming out that I'm too keen for. Like off the dome. Nothing much is coming to mind, unless I'm like missing. Like when I say coming out soon, I mean like very, very soon. Like I'm kind of excited for the new Fire Emblem, but I wasn't really a big fan of like the most recent one. Like I didn't really play it as much. For horror games, I will only play a horror game if it's co-op. Otherwise, not touching it. I'm too scared. I'm too scared. I can't. Like I will legit get like heart palpitations. Like if I play like a horror game by myself, I will shit myself. I literally can't. I can't. But I love horror stuff, but I just can't play the games. I can't do it. I can't do it. For me, it's just Persona 4 Revival and the new Ocarina of Time with remake. Yeah, that's quite far away. I can't think of any games like in the next like few months or so that are coming out that I'm really keen off the top of my head. I don't mind co-op horror. I don't enjoy. I'm gonna assume DBD is Dead by Daylight. I don't, despite having a lot of source material, the gameplay's just not for me. Yeah, those games I don't like. I'm not really interested in. Like random horror slop that you play as co-op. That's kind of fun. Because my mates and I will just randomly do that. Hey, how's it going, Yoshimitsu? You in Melbourne, bro? Yeah, I'm from Melbourne. Yeah, Leon Kennedy's so good, man. When that came out, it was Twitter was so funny, bro. There's a Steins Gate remake? Dude, I'm actually like, I'm so tapped out. I gotta like lock in. I didn't know about all these like things coming out. Like even when I heard about Fire Emblem, I didn't know that like got announced and stuff like that. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, I didn't even. I think I only heard about either the Fire Emblem from chat or my mate randomly mentioned it. But I haven't played a Fire Emblem game in a while, to be honest. So I'm low-key looking forward to it. Like what I'm playing right now is I'm playing through very slowly Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I like playing with some mates. I'm shocked how much depth there is in this game. Because I remember when it came out, I just thought it was just like a standard single player game with like some co-op, to where I didn't realize, I thought the end game was just like, it's just harder versions of the bosses. I didn't realize there was all this grinding and stuff to it, to where it's low-key insanely in depth. It's crazy. Like, I don't think I'll be able to play the game for too long because of like how much stuff there is to grind for. But it's been kind of fun playing it casually. Like, my friends are much more into it than I am. Oh, that, and I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV again recently. Been getting back into it. But I haven't really been like, I say playing, but like I'm like literally just doing the daily roulettes. Like, I haven't really properly been playing it. I'm quite behind in the current story, to where I have to do a lot of MSQ, and I'm delaying it because I'm lazy. But it's kind of been fun jumping back into the game, talking to all my old FC mates. Because I hadn't played it since like the first patch of Dawn Trail, so it's been a while. Clocking into FF14, yeah. I mean, pretty much. I really hope like whatever they do. My biggest issue with the game for me right now, that's why I stopped playing it. It just felt like the dailies were too much, man. I couldn't, bro. It was becoming too much like a job playing that game, to where I was like, I kind of don't really want to log in to do this stuff. I don't think I've ever met a fan of FF13. I remember when I was younger, I didn't like 13. I have a friend who really rates the combat. He doesn't like the story, but he really likes the combat. I didn't like it as a kid, but I'm open-minded. I think it could have just been like, oh my god, voice crack. Grown man, by the way. It could have been like I was just like, I don't know. Like, I can't remember. Like, I can't even remember playing the game. To where I'm definitely open to trying it out. So I think it could just be easily a case where it was like blown out of proportion, the hate for it. I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm kind of looking excited to replay that, because I don't think I ever really gave it a fair shake. I do think I'll probably dislike the story still. I remember really disliking Hope and like most of the characters, actually. But we'll see. Having like a good story isn't always a requirement for me. It's kind of like, it's a really nice thing to have, but there are some FFs where I'm not like the biggest fan of the story, but I kind of, I'll still rock it. Like, was it Final Fantasy 12? The one with Vaughn? I really dislike the story in that. It's just not my kind of thing. But I really like the gameplay. Yeah, I like the visuals of 13. I remember when 13 came out, I remember thinking, oh my god, this is the best graphics we'll ever get. Like, it was jaw-dropping at the time. Like, it was like, holy shit, this isn't pre-rendered. I can literally remember like with my brother and I watching a trailer and going like, this isn't pre-rendered, this is insane. Oh my days, because he is like a big FF fan. He's kind of the reason why I got into Final Fantasy. So I remember like us sitting around like looking hyped for it and being shocked that it's like none of it, like it was all like in-game. We're like, what? I will say though, I do miss the pre-rendered cutscenes and stuff like that from the old games, like from FF10 and like 7 and 8 and stuff like that. Like chills. The most common complaint is how linear the game is compared to previous FF games and the lack of post-game content. Yeah, I remember that. I remember the game being a corridor simulator, to where like, yeah, most games are low-key corridor simulator and like the old FFs, but it's hidden better. Like FF10 was like a corridor simulator, but you had like different paths to go. Like they had stuff on the side. So I think I just remember playing the start of FF13 and just remember just walking in a straight line and being like, I'm not a fan of this. But I think it was like a young, angry teen, so I probably didn't give it the best shake. It's probably not as bad as I imagine it to be. But I will be playing it because I'm playing through every single FF just very slowly. It's probably going to take me like a year or two. So I haven't even touched them in a while. I'm stuck on FF3 and I'm really not liking it. Also with this thing I'm doing, playing through every single one, I'm like 100%ing them as well. For no other reason. Like I think it'll be funny. So yeah, it's a bit of a journey, this little thing I'm doing. The pre-rendered cutscenes in OG FF7 so funny sometimes. Yeah. They're even in like FF10. It's such a like FF10. All the character designs and stuff like that in the pre-rendered cutscenes. It's like you can. Whenever I see that stuff, I like vividly remember like you can tell it's like from that time sort of thing. It's very funny. I remember, was it when 15 came out? Dude, I was so excited for FF15 because I was like, I had been paying attention since it was called 13, I think it was called 13 Versus or 13 Crystal Chronicles. It was like going to be a spin-off of 13. And it was like directed by Nomura and it was meant to be like basically KH but in Final Fantasy. I was so excited. And then the game got re-announced as a new FF. I was like, oh my god, this is, oh my god. I was swaying out of my mind. And then I remember when the early demo came out, and I was like, this is quite laggy. And then, but like the gameplay was fine. And then I remember it was like close to release, they announced they were reworking the combat entirely. And I was like, oh, that's like not good. And the game came out, I was like, yeah, it was okay. It was pretty mid. That's like one FF that I find really hard to jump back into. It's okay. It's pretty mid. It's pretty disappointing. But I really hope Kingdom Hearts 4 is good. Like, I'm praying. Don't really like the trailers that have come out for it. I don't know, I just don't really like how the game looks. Like, it being realistic aside, it kind of just looks a little bit shitty, IMO. But I hope it's good. Like, I love Kingdom Hearts so much. That's another thing in my backlog, replaying Kingdom Hearts 2 and stuff like that. So I've replayed 1 a million times, but I haven't touched Kingdom Hearts 2 in a very long time. Gotta be honest, I only got 2/3 through the original FF7 and then didn't finish it. Yeah, for the OG, I think I've been in it a few times, not too much, but like, I'd always watch my older brother, that was one of his favorite games. He would just like play that on repeat. I would always watch him play. Like I didn't beat it until I was like much like older, because like by the time, because like that game came out when I was like born, but like my brother liked playing older games, so I'd watch him play a lot when I was growing up. I tried KH, but every time I hear Donald or Goofy in a cutscene, it takes me right out. Dude, it's so funny you mentioned that. I remember I streamed it to my mate who knows nothing about Kingdom Hearts. He knows a bit about Final Fantasy because we play 14 together, but he didn't really know much about Kingdom Hearts. So I remember streaming it to him and he was just like, what is going on? Why is there Donald Duck and Goofy? And why do they sell? It was so funny. It's like the biggest whiplash. You see Donald Duck and then all these Final Fantasy characters and you see Mickey Mouse. It is the funniest shit ever to like people who have never touched the series. Oh, it always brings me joy. Streaming it to people who have known nothing about Kingdom Hearts. And the story is like low-key abysmal, but like it's peak. Some of the lines that like Sora says are so bad that it's hilarious. God, it's just like, I'm thankful I grew up with it. Yeah, that's fair. I think Kingdom Hearts is a really hard series to get into because it's just like, God, it's hard to get past some of the stuff. I think as well, Kingdom Hearts 1 isn't like the greatest gameplay wise. I think Kingdom Hearts 2 has goated combo. Like not goated combo, goated combat, sorry. It is KH2 combat so good because it just feels so buttery and smooth. Yes, dude. I just think any of the lines that Sora has when he talks about like like, oh, I have my friends, etc. It's just like, dude, shut up, bro. You are obnoxious, brother. It's like quite awful, but yeah, it holds a special place in my heart. I like the story in games. I think I did completely lost from the plot. Yeah, the plot is also quite like, one of the reasons there's a lot of Nomura slander is because the plot in KH is like, what is going on? It's pretty bad. You like, to follow the full timeline and stuff like that, you need like a full like video essay to know what's up before the side games. He was also like insane in that some of the games have really important story, but they were released on like handheld consoles, so a lot of people like didn't even play them. Like there's Kingdom Hearts 1, and then after that is Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, and then 2. Chain of Memories was originally released on the Game Boy Advanced, so I didn't even know it existed as a child. So when you jump into KH2, you're like, what is going on? Why is Sora like, what's going on? Yeah, it's hard to get into. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's too hard. Like, I don't even really know fully what's going on with the story myself nowadays. I'm like completely like tapped out of it. To where, yeah, it's not the greatest. For sure. Okay, I think that's fine. I'm just trying to think if it's like, this is too much topology for a little bow tie. But you know what? I'm not gonna think about it. I'll worry about it later. Origin to... You also need to have played that one spin-off browser game. Yeah, dude, how insane was that, bro? That browser shit was so dumb. When like that stuff showed up in that sequence in Cage Free, where like that stuff shows up, I was just like, dude, are we dead ass? Like I know what's happening, but I don't know the full story. Like I know what they're referencing, but I was just like, nah, this is like what are we doing? Like, you have to be kind of a super fan to be following to some of the plot points in the game, which is kind of annoying. I mean, it's good for like the super fans, but for the general audience, it's not the greatest. Oh, so that's why there's a disconnect. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I also just think in general, like, he's not the greatest at writing, I think. To put it lightly, but I still really like the games, so he's still my goat. Oh, Siegfried, thank you, bro. I missed the release of Chained Memories. 300. Also, his naming needs to stop. When he's named games like Chained of Memories, Dream Drop Distance, the name 358 out of 2 days, that shit fried me. Like, I can never like remember the name. Like, it's so, like, dude, like, what are we doing? Yeah, I have to Google it every time, and I'm like a pretty big fan of the series. I played that game so much. All of my like childhood memories of the DS is playing that Kingdom Hearts on the DS. Oh, there was also a mobile game of Kingdom Hearts that got ported to the DS eventually. I forgot what it was called. I think it was called Kingdom Hearts Recoded or something like that. But yeah, they made a mobile game before mobile gaming was a thing for Kingdom Hearts. Like, this is pre-iOS like shit. Like, this is pre-Flappy Bird. Like, oh my days. Yeah, it's really old. Let me try to find it. What was it called? Hang on. Yep, it was called Kingdom Hearts Recoded. So they ported it to... Wait, what the hell? You got cooked by the bot. So it was a Japan exclusive mobile game. And then it got ported to the DS. Is that model for some game? Yeah, this model is just a little OC of mine, but I am going to experiment to where whenever I do some game dev stuff, I'll probably slap her in just as a little model. Oh, Kingdom Hearts Union X. I think I played that a bit, but I don't. It was really bad. Yeah, they have a giant list of games. Like, it's... Oh, it's dreadful. It's dreadful. Like... It's very, very confusing. But, like, yeah, it was ported, like, on... It was a mobile-only game, and... I think this was, like, This is pre-touchscreen, like, phones from memory. So it probably played like awful. It played so poorly to the point where they had to port it over to the DS because I think some of the story matters. I don't know. So bizarre. I don't think I even played the DS remake of it, to be honest. So from memory, the story doesn't matter too much in that game. It's kind of just very like little. I think it's referenced a bit, but it's not like, it doesn't really matter. All right, let's remove this. Why do they have to put important story plots into random ass spin-offs? I don't know, dude. It's like, I have no idea. That was like a special time in gaming. Oh, your OC is cute, though I believe if it's going to be important to Unity, the model needs to be rigged in a specific way. Not that I know too much about that, unfortunately. Yeah, so I'm going to be rigging it eventually. I'm still just like modeling stuff out. So it should be all fine. Like my current avatar, like my VTuber thing, he was imported to Uni and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm still like very early days with the model. To where I'm really not even sure if I might use it for game stuff. I'm kind of just making it for a little fun, really. How long have you been modeling for? For this low poly stuff in particular, I've been doing it for 2 to 3, around about 2 years, I think. Because it would have been when I first released my first YouTube video, which is like 2 years ago. I think it's been around about 2 years of me doing this. But for modeling in general, it's been quite. I've been doing this for quite some time. I can't even think off the top of my head. It's been a few years. And during those like years, there's been many months of me not doing anything as well. As of late, I'm always doing stuff, but in the past I took like very, very long breaks and just didn't do anything. I picked up Blender 2 years ago, but I've not been doing anything for 4 months. Yeah, I was sort of the same. I'll just take very, very long breaks and stuff like that. Hey, how's it going, Dad? Yeah, I think I want this to be kind of fatter. Recharge that creative energy? Yeah, definitely. I also think like I kind of for the longest time I was figuring stuff out, just doing it for like, just shits and gigs really. I wasn't really thinking about it too much. I was just surprised to see 3D modeling on Twitch. I don't really see it often when scrolling, but I think it's really nice to see. Yeah, I don't see it too often either. Whenever I see like people 3D modeling, I try to just tune in because it's just kind of nice to watch in the background every now and then. And it's kind of cool just seeing how people do stuff like their workflow and whatnot. Oh my god, your VTuber is so cool. I draw the colors, beanie, face, hair, etc. The design is just great. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, I often take breaks when like back in the day, because I would just like, if I'm not feeling it, I just don't. Thank you for the follow, Anxious Optimism. Welcome in. I think the last stream you mentioned how you wanted to update the model. Any ideas what you want to do with it? New design or reworking parts of your current model? Yeah, I can show you the sketches I have for it. Give me a second, guys. I'll just import it into the scene because I'm lazy. So I'm missing it's missing part of it, but I don't know, I'm kind of just like messing around right now. It's missing like a chef hat to where he's gonna have a little like chef hat here or something like that. But I'm kind of just like tinkering around with it at the minute. I think like, I'm kind of like messing around with the belt stuff a bit more and add some more asymmetry and stuff like that. But that's where it's kind of sitting. Like the face, I'm pretty certain about like the style and stuff like that. But yeah, tinkering around with the design. I'll probably like spend some time next weekend when I'm not busy, because I've got the wedding this week I have to go to. Just tinkering around with it maybe. That's kind of what I'm doing this model here. It's like been a bit of a practice in like character design as well as just some modeling stuff also. The design is really cool too, thank you. I just wanted to do something that was like more themed, I suppose. It's where like the guy, like the little fella I have here, I like him a lot, but it's like, there's not much like, I kind of just made something where I thought was like, looked nice. I didn't put too much like thinking into the design and stuff like that. Plus, I really struggle making male characters. So I don't really do it often, so it's quite challenging. Definitely the chef hat. Yeah, I've got it. Well, I added a little cute chef hat because it was a suggestion from my friend, because I was like struggling to put it on, and he was like, "Why don't you just put it on the corner there and then like slant it?" And it looks cute. I need to take off my hoodie. I'm getting quite hot. Give me a second, guys. Okay. I was getting like really warm. It's like pretty cold here in Australia. But I don't like having heating on because that costs money. So I just like fully dripped out with like layers. I think the face shows makes the avatar work really well. Yeah, I kind of like it. I think what I'm going to experiment with the design is adding some more stronger fantasy elements to it, because right now can't really tell too much. And I'm going to experiment a little bit with the lighting and like the shading and stuff like that. Yeah, funny you mentioned that. I was going to hide a little rat under it or something like that. I think I'll probably need to make like a mascot thing for like you guys and stuff like that, little chefs. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm thinking about for it. I just need to sit down and like properly like write stuff out, I think. But it should be fun. When I'll do it will be like, it's a big question because I'm kind of busy now, but I'm gonna try see if we can squeeze it. Work like at least starting on it sometime this year. So I have to get some videos out and whatnot. I like to go for the pixel art look while also trying to make a normal mouth. So the result is interesting because the mouth is rigged normally. Funny you mentioned that. I think for this new one, I'm actually not gonna go with the pixel art mouth, but do like a proper like low poly mouth. Just because I like the style I have now, but it's of course not that expressive. So it feels a little bit limiting when I'm like on stream and stuff like that. Okay, let's have a look at my back reference again. Okay, I'm trying to think how I want to do this section now. So I'm trying to think how I want to join this to the rest of the mesh. Because like where I can, like where possible, I'm trying to make sure the mesh is just combined, so it'll make rigging easier. For example, this section here, right? What I've done is it's like not separate, it's just one combined mesh. So it just makes the rigging process easier. So I'm trying to think how I want to do it here with this little back bit right there, but I think I can make it work. Just might have to add a triangle, I think, really, that's about it. Real talk, I don't think I can do a normal topology mouth. I could maybe swing the animated texture thing since I'm primarily a 2D artist, but the mouth sucks. The mouth, lip shapes are complicated and scary. Yeah, it's a little bit scary and complicated for sure. Did you color this model with just simple materials? Yeah, so at the minute, all of this is just me using materials. So my face is covering it, but I'll try push this up here. So I'm just using emission unlit materials for all the coloring at the minute. That's purely for like look development, in the sense that I'm going to turn this all into like a properly painted textures and stuff like that, to where I'll just be like one unlit material. I can give an example of a previous fan art I made for let me find it, of like what the style would be. So this is the fan art model I made of Sachi. So it would be like in this sort of style. So this is just one material. So that's like how I plan to like texture it once I get the modeling done. But I only like at the start, just because it's kind of hard to visualize things with low poly stuff, I like to slap in materials like really early. I'll either project materials or I will just straight up just make individual colors and apply it to the individual faces. So adorable. Thank you. I was really happy with this one. I've been trying to. I was happy with how the cloth, like the folds and stuff, turned out. I've been trying to do better with that, and the hair I was like really happy about as well. So I think what I want to try to, well, actually no, for the VTuber thing I worked on, I think I pushed the colors quite well on that. So I don't know. I've been trying to focus a lot on texturing and stuff like that. Especially like learning how to fold, like clothing folds and stuff like that. So I want to ask about the Rise rig that you made. Where can I text you? You can ask me now if you'd like. Like I think I have my Twitter DMs set to request, but I don't really respond to too many Twitter DMs and stuff like that. So I get quite a few of them, and it's a little bit difficult to respond to everybody with my current schedule and stuff like that. Oh, as about to play, so I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break and head into and go to take a piss. So I'll be back in a bit, guys. I'll be like back in like 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Why are ads playing again? I really gotta fix this like shit on Twitch. I think I have like my streamer bot set up incorrectly. But I'll wait until like the Twitch ads are all done, and then I'll get back into modeling stuff like that. How's it going, Rev? Morning. But yeah, if the Rise rig, if you want, you can ask the question here, and I can pull up the rig. Yeah, I think I have like, with my BRB screen, I have everything set up to where it plays ads when I switch to the scene, but I don't think I have the right ad duration set up. So sometimes Twitch like has been automatically slamming another one. All right, so I try to animate Rise dance with your cute Rise rig, and some of the pose, literally latest pose, the dance when she down, and that in the reference have to bend the knee part to an extreme angle. Let me pull up the rig, actually. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, there's the other ad that's playing. That's I gotta look into that. Let me note that down quickly. Fix streamer bot ad thingy. Because I keep on forgetting to look into that. But let me open up that Rise rig. Where did I put the file? I just woke up less than a minute ago. Dude, it's like the inverse time zone. What time is it for you right now, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, ads should be all done now. Sorry, I'm still trying to find where I saved my own my own Resay rig. Holy accent pool. Oh my days. Oh, I think my server just crashed. Wake up, wake up. Okay, we're back. Okay, I think I found it. Yeah. USA East. Yeah, show me a bit different time than the usual. Okay, so with that knee thing, I'm not sure if this helps you, but with this rig, right, there's a bone here as well that you can move also. So like if I'm trying to do like if you're trying to do a pose like this, yeah, this might be an issue to where you might have to tweak the weight paint or just try not to hit that pose. Because if you think about like the leg as well, it's probably not gonna like bend that far. Like I think my suggestion, because like, okay, how to explain this? So whenever I'm animating something and something like this starts to break, I try to do the same like motion to see if it's actually possible. To where if something like this is happening, might need to maybe adjust the weights, or I would just try and push it so it doesn't get to that point. Where if we be at this, I'd be like, that's too far. But yeah, you might need to adjust the weight painting on the model, or even better, what you could do is something different entirely. So what you could do is, let's say we have like this, right? What you could do, let me try to do it so my finger's not in the way. What's this called? Is it outliner? No. Oh. Properties. So what you could do instead is you could make a shape key. So if you add a shape key here and we add another one, so you could like select this, and then you can make a shape key to where it's like pushed inwards. But like, ooh, actually you can't because it's a mirror modifier. Yeah, I'd probably just adjust the weights. This is quite an old model of mine, so it's not the best. And also when I made it, this is when I was kind of still like learning rigging and stuff like that. So probably needed to adjust the weights, I'd say. Yeah. Typically with my models as well, it's bad to say, but like for like the legs, I don't really weight paint too much. I just leave them in order. But yeah, probably need to adjust the weights. So here it's a little bit more smoother. So what you could do is you could select these weights. First, let's get it into pose. Bend it like that. Select these and just hit them with our weights. Smooth to smooth them out. Change active group to all groups. And then we can change the factor 1, and then you can increase the smoothing iteration. And that way you'll be able to, it'll move a little bit more with it. But yeah, probably need to adjust the weights. Sorry about that. It's quite an old model of mine. But yeah, that's probably what needs to be done, I'd say. Sorry, I'm just like looking at my own work because I haven't seen this thing in a while. Yeah, good times. But yeah, probably just need to fix the weights. Sorry about that. I don't remember if we were talking about anything before I went to go take a piss. So I don't remember. What I do remember is I have to fix this. Okay, how am I gonna do this again? Let's have a think. Oh, wait a minute. Oh god, I remember when I tried to fix the bending with shape keys, and I felt like I wanted to pull my hair out with the shoulders. But from there, I just accepted my shoulders would be bad. Yeah, with shoulders as well. So here's something that I've been kind of picking up when I've been doing like VTuber stuff. Let me find an example in this one. So it's really important to keep in mind. So whenever I'm rigging something, I'm like literally T-posing IRL. You can't see me because I don't have my hand tracking on, but I'm like literally T-posing IRL, and I'm seeing like what range of motion is possible, and I'm examining like what's actually moving. So when you raise your arm up, of course you'll notice that your shoulder is moving as well. So with like this stuff, you're never like doing this. You are raising both at the same time. So it's kind of important to keep in mind of like the extra bones and stuff you're going to be moving, as well as when you're twisting like your wrist. You're not just twisting your wrist, you're also partially twisting your elbow as well. Your full arm is kind of twisting as well. So it's kind of important to keep those things in mind when you're rigging, to where if you're trying to make it look perfect with like, oh, just this forearm bone looking perfect in the weights, it won't necessarily be like that, because your whole arm will be twisting. So whenever I'm rigging stuff, I'm trying to keep in mind of like the range of motion, in the sense of like what bones are going to be actually twisting to hit those movements, and also like what is like the limit of like things going to bend and stuff like that. Especially with the arm here, to where a lot of times this is quite difficult to do. So I'm like IRL, I'm literally doing this motion to see like how things are going to look with the weights and stuff like that. Yeah, range of motion is like limited. And it's also, I think, important as well to think the context of what you're going to be using the model for. Like if it needs to have a ton of range of motion and stuff like that, you need to account for that. But for some stuff, you don't really need to. Like I think for the Sachi model I made, I knew I was going to do like anything crazy, so I kept it relatively simple as far as the rig and stuff like that. Did you learn these rigging things from a course? Should I finally sacrifice my money for this skill? No, I mostly just learned it for myself, trial and error. The one course I do think is really good that I kind of watched after I learned a lot of stuff is a course by P2 Design on, I think it's called like effective rigging or something like that. That's like a really good course, because that will teach you the full like fundamentals of rigging and a really good workflow. I haven't watched through the entirety of the course, but I've watched through bits and bobs of it, and a lot of the guys just normal YouTube videos and stuff like that. That kind of helps me figure out a nice workflow for myself. There's a lot of good fundamentals and stuff like that, but a lot of the stuff I kind of learned was just through my own trial and error. But that's kind of how I am. I don't really like watching courses because I struggle to follow, just because I have a really bad attention span. So I always try to just like figure it out myself, just duke it out with myself. Okay, I think what I want to do here is we're going to use some triangles. I don't typically say things in chat, but I just wanted to say hi. Your videos have been a huge inspo and a help on my Blender journey. Keep up the beautiful work. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that videos have been helpful. It really, one of the best things people can tell me is that the videos and stuff have been helpful or have been like an inspiration and stuff like that. It's always like probably one of the best messages I like kind of ever like read, because it's like that is the whole reason I made this channel was you know, partly I was burnt out at work and stuff like that, but the main intention was to try hopefully inspire others to just have fun and be creative. It's like one of the biggest sort of passions I have, honestly, to where I hopefully like am inspiring others to just have fun and be creative. So I think nowadays there's always this like, you know, grind set mentality to where people kind of forget the idea that like to just have fun with stuff. And I myself have fallen for that trap. But I really think it's like, it's really wholesome when people say like stuff like that. So thank you. Hi, how's it going, Metapod? I got stuck into it too. Yeah, it's like really easy to kind of get into that like mentality. Wait, what am I doing here? Because I'm really quite a rigid person when I'm learning stuff. So a lot of times I'll get stuck to where I'm like, oh, I have to do like things the right way, to where like there's no reality, there's no like right way to do something. To where it's like a mindset I've been really trying to teach myself to not have. So that's been kind of my philosophy for like the channel and just content and stuff like that. A huge emphasis on just, you know, having fun with art, as opposed to like, you know, thinking of it like, how can I be like the best for like random reasons, like, oh, I want to be like famous online, or I want a job and stuff like that. It's all like valid reasons, but for me the most important thing is I want to be good so I can just have fun and just enjoy myself, you know. And truth, there are bad ways, great ways, even better ways to do things. Yeah, there's no like true like one right way. I know I do a lot of goofy stuff that I know for a fact is not like a good way to do something, but you know, it's just what works for me, really. Because I get like comments all the time about like the way I use triangles and stuff from people. It's like, I mean, yeah, but it works. But yeah, there's no like perfect way to do things, really. It's whatever works best for you. And I think, you know, learning that has helped me a lot, I'd say. Because I'm quite a min-maxer, and like, I need to make sure I do things the right way and stuff like that. I used to be quite a stickler. But I learned as I got older, like, nah, there's no real right way. It's what works best for you. And I kind of learned that because I would struggle watching any like course or tutorial. I'd just be like, I literally can't focus. Like there's something wrong with me. Like, I'm just not like putting enough effort. But in reality, it's just more so that like, you know, those kind of content and stuff just doesn't work for me. I'm much better just learning through trying things out and experimenting, as opposed to like watching a video and stuff like that. All right, now I'm thinking, do I want this like little gap here? I don't think I do, to be honest. So, I mean, let's just see how it looks if I just fill this and be lazy. Man, that's really inspirational. I should probably give attention to my own work in progress. More realistic bottle. Yeah, I think like, so just a general tip as well. I think it's really important to post your stuff like online, but to make sure you don't get trapped in the whole like, oh, I need to hit XYZ likes or stuff like that. Because that's quite like a toxic mindset. I think what's the best mindset to have is just, you know, wanting to improve just for the love of it. You'd be surprised, like, as cheesy it sounds, right? Like how much better you'll improve through just purely enjoying the process. Because like, yeah, Twitter likes and stuff like that, it's cool and stuff like that, but it's much more fulfilling when you just enjoy making stuff. And also like farming things on social media and stuff like that. Like a lot of it's like luck. and you kind of just like farming for the algorithm, so it's just not as fulfilling. But I still think it's important to post stuff online as well, despite me saying this. The reason why I think it's important is because, so back in the past, before I did this stuff, I used to post regular like motion design stuff. So what I do is my day job online. And I would get like zero like real traction and stuff like that. But I would post stuff because it gave me an arbitrary deadline. It's where I'd be like, I have to post something this week or this month, because it just gave me a deadline. I personally work well with giving myself deadlines. Otherwise, I just procrastinate. I think everyone has their own unique style of doing things. End of the day, comes down to what works best for you. Yeah, exactly. Everyone has their own preferences, and like everyone learns stuff differently, for sure, 100%. Fortunately for me, I do it for the love of the game. I gave up growing much online long ago. It's a process itself that sometimes makes my hair gray, but we won't. I definitely agree. It's just that's good. Just doing it for the love of the game. And like, I don't know, it's funny. Sometimes doing this stuff is really frustrating. To where like the amount of times I've got like overly emotional or like learning things where I'm like, oh, I'm washed. I don't know what I'm doing. This is so like god up garbage, like imposter syndrome. But it's so like rewarding when you like figure stuff out. Yes, I will stretch. Actually, in fact, let me put my desk up. I'll stand for a bit. Thank you. I will say buying a stand-up desk is like one of the best things I've done. Hey, how's it going, Rain? Good morning, good morning. It's like the exact opposite for me. Here, it is pretty late now. It's like, what, 8:50? But I'm gonna stream for a lot longer. I got to bed quite late, which is kind of bad. Okay, what was I seeing here? I was seeing the gap here. 6:50. Damn, that is early. I mean, it's good that you're an early riser. I used to be one for a little bit, and then I fell off. Okay, what I think I'll do here is... okay. I'm like... by the way, I do this like... Not even when I'm on stream, I literally like talk to myself in my head when I'm doing this stuff. It's quite... I'm happy I live alone, because I'd probably be a terrible roommate. The amount of like yapping I do to myself. Out loud as well, by the way. I'm at work, lol. I have to be up. Oh my days, dude. People have early shifts. I feel bad for you guys. 1350 there. I love your art style. Oh, thanks, Johnson. Hey, thank you for the follow, Enamerans. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Yeah, Jess, you're dude. You're a trooper. You're a trooper. Okay, how am I gonna do this now? Low-key, am I overthinking this? Most definitely. Okay, let's try to simplify this in my head. Yeah, I am overthinking this for sure. Huh? Okay, I don't know why it's only bridging that one. I might have... Yep, okay, don't know. Oh, that's why. I'm stupid. But yeah, I find when I'm like doing like modeling and stuff like that, well, a lot of times I go non-verbal, but there are times where I'll just like yap to myself. It's quite odd, I suppose. Work had me so tired. Getting home from work Saturday morning at 7 a.m. went to sleep. Yeah, I have a friend who works a morning shift as well, and I was just like shocked. I was just like, dude, I don't know how you do it. I work 9 to 6, so 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So it's not too bad. It is kind of annoying that I have to work an extra hour, because that is like generally kind of awful. Because everything is closed by 6 p.m. So I'm like, if I have to do any, like, go to the shops or stuff like that, it's kind of a giant hassle. Okay, I'm trying to think, how do I want to do this bit here? Oh, don't do that. Six is pretty long. Yeah, I really dislike that. Our hours to 9 to 6. It's kind of annoying. But I feel like most people finish up before 6. They usually finish up at 5 because 9 to 5 is the general normal time. Just the place I work at is a little bit different because we work with like people overseas and stuff like that, as well as across Australia. So because the time zone differences, it was set to 9 to 6. But I feel like most people kind of just leave when they feel like it. But I have a pretty busy job, so I often don't really have that leisure to bounce at 5. Australian time zones, something else. Yeah, it's pretty cooked. Like, it's kind of funny. My time zone, I always like struggle whenever I have like friends overseas. Like, I have one of my close mates. He moved to the UK. Every time like I text him, I'm like completely clueless like what time it is there. So he'll usually text me before I go to bed, like at 11 or 12. And I'll usually like message him in the morning as well, because I think it kind of matches up perfectly. Because I will go to bed very late, very, very late. I'll often go to bed at like 2 and stuff like that. And then wake up at 9 because I start work at 9. I was going to spend my Saturday morning so I could do a beta for a game on Sunday. I had to pick the beta when I woke up because I was late to report. No! Do you have fun when doing this? Because I'm trying to figure out how to have fun doing animation after a long time of doing an assignment. Yeah, I have fun doing this all the time. I think like, so it's been a while since I've been in uni, but university can like really fry you in that like it can just make things unfun. I think like a good way to kind of break out of that mindset is just like trying to do your own sort of project, because uni assignments are quite boring often. So maybe try and just do something yourself outside of university for fun, and try to do something to where it's like something you're interested in, like an animation you're interested in or something like that, and making it to where it's not too complicated, to where you can kind of just like have fun with it. It's very it's hard to give advice on that because it's very much like a mindset thing, I feel like. It's like part like discipline and then part like mindset. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm struggling with this. It's like literally such a straightforward thing here, I think. Right, so it's just that. And then getting ready for school right now. Hey, welcome back, Rev. Yeah, try to set yourself up for success, so you're not giving yourself like a really challenging task. Okay, I'm trying to think, how do I want to do this? it's not right, is it? Alright, I'm gonna ignore this bit for now. I might have to fix this bit off stream because I'm kind of like time overwhelmed. Alright, what else do I have to jump on this? The shoes. Is anything else in the front I missed? Yeah, it's probably. Oh, jump back on the bow. Hey, no worries. Break big things down into smaller chunks and create reasonable goals. Yeah, I think it's a good advice. So whenever I have like a big task at hand as well, I always break it down into smaller things to make it look more achievable. Like I will literally, for example, I often do this with like Notepad. I'll like write out a like, ooh, not that. I'll write out like a list of things that I need to like do, and then like it becomes kind of satisfying to where you start ticking things off one at a time, and it makes like the really big scary task that is just like, for example, for me, like making a 3D character more like reasonable, because it'll be like I'll break it down into like 3D modeling, and then with the modeling part I'll break them down into chunks. Like here I had written down add thickness to clothing, add thickness to the loincloth, I build out the shoes and stuff like that. Kind of like breaking things down helps quite a lot in, you know, difficult tasks and stuff like that, and it becomes a lot more satisfying because you get to see a actual progress besides than you just having like a big project to work on and it's just from 0 to 1. You get to see as you're progressing, and it's kind of satisfying for when I'm doing stuff and I'm like, oh, I'm like a quarter way in and stuff like that. Hi, I love the way you style your characters. Every time I see them, I'm really clean and especially cute. Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you to say. 2:50 p.m. Armenia. First time being in the stream during the day, not at night. Love your streams. They're helping a lot. Oh, thank you. But yeah, it's just that thing to kind of just breaking it down. Oh, the bow. We're gonna work on the bow. I want to model out these little straps here. Ah! Your work is amazing. Thank you. It's really nice of you to say. I always get a little bit self-conscious about my work. I don't know why. I think part of it's like imposter syndrome, and then also it's just like I feel it's that thing to where you're always your biggest critic, because no matter what, like you always will be like the harshest to yourself. I feel like because it's kind of just that thing to where it's like, oh, I know me best sort of thing. To where there are times where I'm a little bit like, oh, it's like it really is like nice when people say stuff like that, because sometimes I'm like, I don't believe it myself. Yeah, it's like a pretty common thing that artists and stuff have. Okay, Loki. I don't really want to listen to FF14. What else do we have? What's a fun soundtrack to listen to? Is there Minecraft on Spotify? Ooh, I think there is. Holy. That first piano note just gave me like a whiff of nostalgia. I made a model for my friend to V2 with, but couldn't figure out the face shape key stuff for lip syncing, so her model has a closed mouth. I was happy with it for a first model. Hey, that's good. Like, Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I mean, that's good. It's very kind of you also to just make something for your friend like that. I hope they really appreciate it, because that stuff is super, super nice to have when people like make stuff like for me and stuff like that. I remember I made a 3D model of one of my mates, and it was I remember I made like a full, it kind of looked like a Fortnite character of him, just for fun. And he had it as his wallpaper for like years. He really liked it. That made my day. I kind of just did it as a bit at first, but no, he actually really liked it. That was like really funny and really sweet. Oh man, Minecraft was like, I remember like early high school playing that game. Coming home from school, having a headache from all the heat, and like playing sports and stuff like that, and just booting up Minecraft. So good, man. I remember playing, I forgot what it was called, before like the Minecraft that everyone knows today, because there was like the one that everyone plays, but there was also a free version where it was just like creative mode. I forgot what it was called, but dude, that was so good. I am dating myself by saying this, but yeah, I remember playing that all the time. Coming home from school and just making really bad builds and stuff like that. I played it in high school, beta 1.6. Let me try to find what it was called. Minecraft. I could have sworn it had like a name. Oh, Minecraft Classic. So it was like, is it Minecraft Classic, or is this Google AI shit lying to me? I don't think it was called Minecraft Classic, because it was like literally before you had like health and shit. It was just pure building, and it was like free to play through the browser. Or maybe it was called Classic. It was still Minecraft, just on the browser. I think it was just called Minecraft Classic, but yeah, I can't remember the exact name for it. I think it probably was just called Minecraft Classic, but free. Sorry, I missed some message. I have good news about the model I'm making. Downgraded to 3.6, and I'm making it day by day to mix in with my school schedule. Hey, nice, nice, nice. There was Infinity Miner, but I think that's even older. Yeah, I don't think I played that. I just remember jumping online, coming home from school, and then jumping on like Minecraft, and it wasn't single player. It was like, at the time, it was just around Minecraft in dev, and at that time they had a free version that you could play through the browser, but it wasn't like, it was pure creative mode, and it was like multiplayer servers only. Yeah, I also remember borrowing an online copy until I eventually bought it. I think my fondest memories probably come when I like were first getting into Minecraft. Like, it was just peak. It was just early days Minecraft was just legendary. I don't know. That reminds me, I have to update the server I have with my friends. We started playing modded Minecraft. Like, we have like a Skyblock server. I think they're close to finishing that though, so I might put Cobblemon on the server or something like that. But I wish I had all my old Minecraft worlds saved, because dude, I think I made some like horrendously bad builds back then. I did not know what I was doing. But I just loved playing it. I don't know. It was such a comfort game for me. Nowadays, if I like try to build up Minecraft, I get overwhelmed because I'm like, I don't know what to build. This is like too much. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Oh my god, I just remembered that so as I mentioned before, I don't like horror games. I like horror stories, but I get scared really easily. I was such a little wuss that I could only play Minecraft on peaceful because I would get like jump scared too much. Like by creepers and zombies at night. It spooked me out. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna only play in peaceful. And I only played in peaceful for like years. Holy, I forgot all about that. Lamau, dude, I was really bad at anything scary. I'm better now, but dude, I was such a little bitch. Dude, it was scary, man. You would hear like, dude, spooked the shit out of me. I didn't know what else was there. I had rumors about Herobrine, and I'm like, is that real? Notch's dead brother? Oh my god, I might not have been the smartest of kids. Like, I can't even remember how old I was. I just remember I was in like, I think, year 7 or something like that. So I can't remember how embarrassing it is me saying that I was scared to play Minecraft on anything other than peaceful. But hey, man, happens. Okay, I don't like how half these songs like start quiet, so it's just like I don't hear anything. I might switch up. I might just play some Too Fast and Punk. I was tired of building a box and hiding in it, so I changed it. Yeah, it was the same. I was the same. There was also like a time. All right, I think I'll have to leave now because I need nutrients in my body. Hey, no worries, and thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I think when I played, they didn't have Minecraft beds, so you just had to like duke it out. And just like, I remember like the amount of times I would just sit AFK in like a hole. Because coal used to be hard to find back in the day as well. It was much more rare, coal and iron. So like sometimes like your first night would be rough. So I remember like having to build up a little hole to hide in. Dude, I haven't listened to Limp Bizkit in a while, actually. Been on a little bit of a punk binge as of late. Okay, it's turning out nice. It's quite cute. Just having to think now. Yeah, we gotta fix this. Holy. Okay, this. Okay, what I might do is. Triangles, triangles, triangles. Okay, I think I need to just solo this and hide everything else for my own sanity. What's your favorite part of working on a model? Modeling, texturing, rigging, or weight painting, or another one if I missed. It's gonna be probably either modeling or texturing. Probably modeling, I'd say. Because texturing goes by quite quick, but modeling is kind of fun because a lot of it is just me trying to figure stuff out and like find solutions of like, oh, how can, like right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to find the best solution of how I want this topology to fit with like my stuff. So it's kind of fun in that sense. So I'd say probably modeling is probably the thing I find the most fun. It's also probably what I'm like doing the most if we're not talking about rigging stuff for like VTubers. if I'm doing stuff for VTubers, the thing that I spend the most time by far is setting everything up to work in like Unity and stuff like that. Especially if I'm doing something for VR chat, that is quite a really long process. And it's kind of annoying to test as well, because like I don't use VR too much, so every time I jump into VR, I'm like, oh, a bit of motion sick. I personally love texturing and seeing my model come to life. Yeah, that's also really fun as well, like seeing like texturing and see it come all together. Okay, I'd say there's more like there's things I dislike than things that it's easy for me to like list off the things that I absolutely do not like about the 3D process. And a lot of it's probably do with like rigging and stuff like that. Okay, that's better. Oh, low-key, something that's kind of funny is that like when I have to like animate the model or like do like a final previs, or not final previs, sorry, a final render to showcase it, I like doing it, but sometimes I just can't be bothered. But it's like really hard for me to be like, sometimes I remind myself like, hey, don't phone it in, bro. You spent all this time, lock in, we gotta make something cool. Because sometimes I'll just like be, oh, I spent so long just like making it. I'm kind of tired. But I have to remind myself like, hey buddy, you gotta kind of gotta like put some effort into this one. Spent all this time on it. Don't give up now. Yeah. Actually, I don't know. I look like UV mapping, but at the same time, there are times where I'm like, this is just dreadful. But it's like sometimes it's something I can switch my brain off if it's not like a complex thing. But there are times where it's like, yeah, this is just not sparkling joy for me. Yeah, that's why with when I'm texturing stuff, I try really to constantly, UVing stuff. I try to constantly like test the UVs with like really shitty textures and stuff like that. So I'll just roughly paint it in 3D Code and be like, how's this looking? Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Happy. That's a good way to put it. I've done that a few times where I spent a lot of time making a model and then I'm just like, I'm so tired to where I can't even be bothered like plating up the dish. Yeah, looking might just have to fix this bit off stream. I'm kind of like, losing it. I don't know. I could just start on the hair for now. Oh. Yeah, I don't want it to be this wide either. All right, I'm just gonna leave the back. I've been like doodling and noodling on this like the whole stream. I might. Let me have a look. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna finish the threads by today for sure. Even though I said I would. But I'll get a start on like maybe the hair. Actually, let me sit down. I've been standing for the past like half hour. Okay. Yeah, I can get a start on the hair actually. What's this? Oh, it's the hand. Okay. Boom, is this the one I want? Nope. I think the only thing when I work on the hair, I might go non-verbal quite a bit because this takes a lot of like brain power from me. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Okay, so that's the hair profile. I think I'm fine with that for now. It's also been a while since I've like modeled hair. It's been a while since I've modeled anything really. I took like a little bit of a break. Like I haven't been doing too much 3D modeling the past month. I've kind of just been chilling out. So like I was a bit rusty. I was going through like a little bit of an art block to where I was like, I was getting emo about it. I was like, I don't know what my style is. I don't know what I'm doing. Like classic stuff. But I just took a little bit of a break and just started playing a couple of games and a little bit more often in my free time. And then eventually was just like, okay, I think I have to actually do stuff again. It is important to give yourself a little break every now and then. If you're just forcing yourself to work all the time, like it's just like not really that productive or that fun even, to be honest. I should clip this some awful at hair. I just pick a box with planes attached. Like a helmet. Yeah, I used to like, this is kind of how I do stuff nowadays. I'll do everything with hair curves and then I'll eventually like apply them and make them geometry to where I can like individually like edit. To where I end up doing a lot of stuff manually, but the curves kind of help me just like get the base shape in. Like right now, I'm just going to do this all like flat here, but then I'll like have to do manual cuts to get these sort of shapes out. I think for the most part, this front bit, it should be pretty straightforward to do. She will just look goofy for a little bit while I'm trying to like define stuff is all. How long will you be streaming? I set an alarm to wake up on time of the stream, but I definitely woke up too early. I keep falling back to sleep, gang. I'll probably be streaming like for another like hour or two. We'll see how well I go with the hair here. Cause it's been a pretty long day at work for me. So I'm kind of just going based off like pure vibes, really. Because I do have to go to bed like soonish. Because I have to wake up like 12 hours from now. Yeah, so it's gonna look like noodles for quite some time. But it's that thing, especially with hair, you gotta trust the process. You gotta pretend like the vision is there. Time difference crazy? No worries. Yeah, it's a bit cooked for me. I've been in Australia for a lot of people, I imagine. PB, your girl tells you she's gonna look silly, but then she comes out looking like a clown. I just want to see how you do the flippy bit. Do you mean like this bit here, or like these, like the little side bit, like the air vents here? I finally put fuck colors in my current attempt to make a low poly character, and I could so much more than I did. Should have done it sooner. I almost gave up on the model. Hey, nice, nice. In fact, I think I might just like convert this to geometry early. The hairband bang. Yeah, that one's a pretty straightforward one. I'll try to get to that by today because I do that kind of often. I'm usually giving like all my characters like hair vents. I do too, but I just make it like a spike and place a front plane into it. Yeah, I had like a lot of experimenting with it, but I feel like a lot of times I kind of... I'll show how I do it. I hope I get up to it by today, but I kind of manually model a lot of it generally. Good night. Thanks for the stream. Hey, no worries, Just. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Thanks for stopping by. I struggle with a lot of connecting the hair pieces into one mesh at the end. Yeah, that's quite a challenging bit to where I find I'm able to do okay in that front as long as I'm just really mindful of like my topology throughout. So like when I'm working on this, right, I'm trying to ensure that like these edge loops are kind of matching. So we have a consistent resolution across. Obviously it's not perfect here, but that's like easy enough for me to remove. So throughout, like as I'm modeling this, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not going like too crazy with things and ensuring there's some sort of consistency across the board. That makes combining the meshes a lot more easier, like not easily. It's a lot more achievable that way. And I'm pretty mindful of like my placement of these as well, because I want to make sure that, you know, it's going to be, I'm able to merge them together in spots that make sense. Okay, let's have a play here. Hey, how's it going? Which version do you use? Currently, I am using version 5.1. Okay, that strand's turned all right. Are we started modeling? What kind of stuff are you working on? Ooh, that's a bit too curved. A VTuber model? Oh, nice. How's that turning out for you? Let's convert this to a mesh as well. This is one of the points to where, like, now I need to combine this with that to where this is where things can get a little bit complicated, but as long as we're just like taking it slow, it shouldn't be too hard to do. Have some techniques that I don't know yet. Yeah, working across the VTuber stuff is quite complex. There's a bunch of stuff to learn and whatnot. Like, it's very hard to get into starting out, but hopefully you manage to get there. Okay. So I'm just looking at this now. I'm just trying to think of how I want this trying to connect into here. And what I'm currently sort of thinking is, you know, I'm going to have this shape just merge in through kind of like this. Typically, I'll start with just like combining the fronts and then the back of the hair faces. I don't worry too much because like it's not going to really be seen. So this is kind of how I usually go about things. Yep, so I think that would be like a nice little shape there. So now I'm just going to hide everything else and then we'll join these together in a second. I'm just going to make sure I have any faces that I think I'll need removed just deleted. Because if not, I can always just summon them back. So that's good. Let's join these together now. And now we're just going to start like really just cutting into this and start joining them together. Up there is an ad break playing on the Twitch, so I'm going to quickly BIB because I want to make sure no one's missing out on this little bit. So I'll be back in 2-3 minutes. I'm going to go to the toilet and stuff like that. So if you guys haven't hydrated, make sure you hydrate and stuff like that. But I'll be back in a few minutes. Nope, stream's not over just yet. I'm just BRB for a second. I'm just gonna get some water. Okay, I'm back. Oh my god, it's so cold outside. Ah. Okay, stream's not stream. Ads are almost done, so. Okay, I'll just wait for like 5 more seconds. Yeah, it's so cold. Like, I hate it. Like, I don't like turning on the heating in my apartment because I don't like paying my electricity bill. Oh, okay, but we're all back now. We're all back now. All right, so basically now we're just looking to combine stuff. So I can see here. Welcome back. Nice to meet you. Hey, nice to meet you. How's it going? We're just working on some modeling today. I'm just currently going through how I model hair for my characters generally. So I'm just working on like combining the mesh here with the different hair strands because I kind of like keeping them all like attached to each other. I find it turns out quite nice this way, and it's easier to rig. Okay. So we'll measure like that, and then I can fix this loop here. Switch and take the cold any day. Yeah, I prefer the cold over heat by far, to be honest, because with the cold I can always just put on like my Udi and for it to be fine, but like the heat, there's only so much you can do, especially because like for you guys in the States, you guys don't really have air conditioning and stuff like that, right? Like I was shocked to find out that in the UK they don't really have air conditioners and stuff like that. So I was like, what? Because like literally everywhere I've lived since moving out of the countryside in Australia all have like air conditioning units. Yeah, from at least that's like what he had told me from the UK. Like most people are like, oh, it's generally never this bad like with the heat wave, but he was saying like he thinks they're capped and it's always bad, but they've just gotten used to it, or like they just never experienced like air conditioning. Itinerary pretty cold, so I'm actually the opposite. Yeah, UK doesn't have, because I think there's just the building infrastructure isn't really like built for it. From what he told me, to where it's just like it is a struggle. US Americans have ACs. Yeah, I wasn't too sure because I hear like some people complain about not having ACs in the US. So I was kind of like surprised. It's just not enough. Okay. Yeah, I've heard sometimes the heat there is like melting. It's crazy there. Like Australia, it gets pretty bad, but I don't think it's too bad unless like you live countryside. When I live countryside, you could like fry eggs on like the veranda and stuff like that. But over here, it's not too bad. I actually don't really mind when it's hot. I just turn the AC on and I'm chilling. Older homes might not have AC here, but most were converted to have them at some point. Gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't too sure. AC isn't common here in the Netherlands either. Yeah, I think it's mostly in Europe. AC isn't too common. It's pretty common here in Australia because our winters are pretty cold. And like, so when you hear people complain about it being cold in Australia, it's not that the temps is like insanely like freezing cold. It's just that the buildings aren't properly insulated for it, so it's like fine in the summer, but when it comes to like the winter, it's so bad. I live in a full brick apartment. It's like some nights and some mornings I can see my breath because it's all brick, so it's just there is no like insulation whatsoever. So it can be pretty when you hear people complain about it being cold in Australia, it's just like I think it's more so just some of the buildings aren't just like set up for it. Yep, Hassan and Oz tend to get pretty cold. Yeah, it's pretty rough, but at least I think for the most part, most people have access to air cons and stuff like that at least. Yeah, Arizona is the one I hear about all the time about being like blistering crazy. In South Europe, we use a lot of air conditioners because summer here is horrible. Yeah, it's I don't really like summer. Like I don't really care about like beach weather. Like I don't care. I just stay indoors, man. It's like I don't really care about like beach weather. I'm not leaving my apartment, man. How do I do this? I'll just leave that for now. If it's like 12 Celsius outside, it'll be like, yeah, it's same in my apartment. It's pretty like, it's awful. To where like most nights I kind of just sleep with a hoodie on. Because I don't want to turn on like my heating at nights, and I can't be bothered buying a little portable heater for like my room because I have like one AC unit basically in the whole apartment, to where it only really hits like the kitchen / lounge room and partially the room I'm in now, of like my little office space, but it's not hitting my apartment at all. Not my apartment, my bedroom. I have to just either buy a portable heater, which I can't be bothered, or just sleep with like a jumper, which I generally do that. That and like electric blankets, guys. Electric blankets. Like if you've never tried electric blanket, trust me, it's like bliss. It's so good. It's like it's a little cover you put like on your beds that like warms it up. I can't go to sleep without an electric blanket. It's so good, dude. It's so good. And villages, the houses are better made for the heat. I went visiting an aunt a month ago, and a house didn't have anything, even fans, and the temperature was comfortable as hell. Damn, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I have a small portable heater that heats up. Yeah, I remember I had a small portable heater like back when I lived countryside as a little kid. I remember just sleeping in front of it. You're not meant to do that, but like I remember doing it. I just can't be bothered buying one for my apartment because it's like, I really hate having clutter in my place, to where at most this summer I have to have like a fan, to where I have a small fan for my desk and then a fan for my bedroom, but I don't want to buy like a heater because I feel like I can just tough it out with just wearing a hoodie. And like when I'm in this room, I just like put on my hoodie on and off because it gets low-key too warm. Yeah, electric blankets are the best. Like, I think one of the reasons I like winter, partially because like it's just comfy. Like I love my electric blanket. I just have to make sure that like with the electric blankets that I have it bought before winter hits, because often they'll be like all sold out. And then I'll have to like buy it like online on like Amazon or something like that. But the one I have now has been surviving for quite a bit because I use it all the time. So I really limit test them. As my friends have teased me, I'm a lizard these days. Toughing it out is no longer an option. I used to be like really good with hot weather and cold weather back when I lived more on the outback, when I was like really younger, but nowadays I'm like awful with it. Like I can manage, but I get cold pretty easily and I get hot really easily. I think it's more so I get hot really easily. To where often if I'm going out, I try to wear less layers because like I'm probably gonna get like heated way too easily. And I don't want to be walking around just carrying my hoodie the whole day. So right, I don't like normally model hair where it's kind of shaped flat like this. So this is kind of different for me, but no, it's turning out fine. In my experience, exercise solves being too cold or too hot. Yeah, like oh, dude, this reminds me. One of the most annoying things about the winter is I like going for long walks. It's hard to get my steps in because it's so cold and miserable. Like it was raining a lot today to where I couldn't get like my 10K in, like steps. To where I was just like, I don't want to be like out and about in like a swamp. That's one like really annoying thing. It's like the shitty weather just makes me not want to head out for a walk. Because I just don't want to come home with like muddied up shoes and stuff like that. And I need to buy new shoes as well. I've got like these like nice crispy white pair of shoes, but yeah, they're long gone. They're not white anymore. But they were low-key comfy, but I tore them to shreds. I got lucky and found a small walk pad. Oh, I need to buy a walk pad, especially because like I have a standing desk now. I just haven't like bothered to like look into like what to get exactly. Because I also want like a walking pad that is like, I don't want to spend like too much money on it. I've seen some are super expensive because like they're like foldable and stuff like that. I just want one that is like easy enough to store. Because I really hate having like random gadgets and stuff just taking up space. Because I live in quite a small apartment. Well, it's not that small. It's like a two better. Some of the places I've seen like in the States are like, dude, insane. Like some of the New York apartments, whoa, like those shitty apartments are like, I cannot imagine it. Yeah, I love my standing desk. It's been really good. Like not even just for standing, but just for sitting, it's nice. Cause like I have issues with both my like arms, and that my left arm I have what's it called? I have like nerve issues in my elbow to where I have to like sit a certain way and take frequent breaks with my arm to ensure it straightens out. It's like a tennis elbow or something like that I have. I'm kind of like rehabbing it. And then like my right I have like issues with the tendons in my finger. So like I have to really lock in with ergonomics and stuff like that. It's kind of annoying. But like the standing desk has been really helpful. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. The foldable ones wouldn't be the best term, like the best for like use. Cause like it's like how good can it be when it has to fold up? Yeah, I was just gonna find a smaller one. I think the foldable ones as well are really pricey, as from what I remember seeing. I'll probably just pick something off Amazon that's like an okay size. Couldn't live in the city. Everything's so expensive. Yeah, living in the city is so crazy priced. Sounds tough. You have a vertical mouse too? No, I just have, I used to use a Logitech, I think MX3 or something like that. I stopped using it though, because I found the clicks on it were like, I didn't like how it clicked. It felt like too like mushy, so I was like putting too much stress on my tendons. So I switched to like a Razer Basilisk, and that's helped a lot. But whenever like I have issues with like my right hand, I just switch to my tablet, or I just instead of clicking with my mouse, I just click with like my TuraBox Pro that I use. So it's not too bad. Like, I think it's just a matter of me slowly building better habits, I suppose, and switching my setup. I want to switch to a trackball. I thought about switching to a trackball, but I haven't like been bothered to make the pull yet on it. I saw some going for close to 1K, but I found a good one for 300, one Big W marketplace. Yeah, dude, how crazy is this like Big W marketplace shit? I feel like every chain in Australia has like their own marketplace. Whenever I'm searching stuff, like it's just like random shit to where it's like, you guys don't sell this. This is just like a marketplace thing. Like even Bunnings, like I remember you could buy a Steam Deck from bloody Bunnings. Like, what are we doing here? But yeah, I'll have a sus. I can probably find some stuff online. Yeah, dude, like I dead ass. I think this was before it was in Australia as well. So it's like just one of the third party people shipping it over. But I'm pretty sure I remember seeing you could buy a Steam Deck from Bunnings, and I was like, that is this is like, okay, I guess. But I hate going to Bunnings. The snags are immaculate there, like the sausage sizzle. But dude, it's so confusing every time I go into there to buy random like tools and stuff like that. It's definitely not my kind of store because I'm not really a handy guy. I don't really know what I'm doing. I remember like searching for a certain kind of oil you need for like a cooking board. So I bought a a kitchen block from IKEA, and I needed to treat it with oil. And I was like roaming around a Bunnings for like so long because I couldn't find a single person who was like not busy with somebody. So I was just like, it took me forever to find that oil. I need to go to IKEA soon actually. I gotta buy some new knives. I've only known you for about 10 minutes. I now coming back as much as possible. That's good. That's good. But yeah, I need to go to IKEA to grab a bread knife. I don't have a bread knife at this apartment. It's like quite shameful. But I've been eating like a lot more. I've been like baking a lot more of my bread, so it's kind of like chopped when I'm having to cut it. And my new knives are like, I need new knives in general. My current knives are like, they're low-key chipped and unrecoverable. I didn't take the greatest care of them. But I swear to God, like IKEA food kind of fell off. Like the meatballs just don't taste as good. It's a little bit plain. Like it's just not hitting it as well anymore. What version of Blender do you use? I am using 5.1 at the minute. This is a stupid question, but my path curve doesn't have all the verts when I'm editing them. I'm going to think what could be the issue there. Do you mean like the stuff I have like here? Because I converted all my stuff into geometry. You might need to look into, let me drag it out here so you guys can see because my model's covering it. So let's grab my curve here. Under the data tab here, you might need to change the resolution preview to increase it. Potentially. It's a little bit hard for me to tell. IKEA food? Yeah, like the IKEA meatballs and stuff like that. I don't know, it just kind of fell off. I'm not like, it's not really sparking me as much joy. I've been to like IKEA quite a lot. I think like most of my stuff from my apartment is just from IKEA, like low key. It's like cheap and good enough. The only thing that's not from it is like I think my current desk, chair, and bed frame. So there's just the shit that I care about the most and not IKEA, but everything else is pretty much IKEA in this apartment. I'm thinking now, most of it is just from IKEA. Or like Kmart. IKEA or Kmart. Like I think I have like some shitty, cheap, like the microwave and rice cooker, they're just from Kmart, I think. Dude, Paramore is like I love Paramore. Same here, aside from my PC chair, piano chair, everything is IKEA. Yeah, same. So I'm just like looking at like my my piano as well. I'm like, where's that even from? I think my piano chair is from Amazon, actually. Which I don't know. Like I have a piano like sitting right to the left of me, but it's literally just there as like a LARP because I haven't played piano in years. Same with all my guitars and stuff like that. I used to play a lot of music, but I don't really play anymore. I just like, since I moved out of home, I kind of just lost, even before that, I just didn't really have time to play much music, and kind of just fell out of it low-key. But I pick it up from time to time. But playing guitar is kind of sad. I used to be kind of good at it, but slowly I'm losing my muscle memory. And it's kind of depressing. Like all the songs I remember like off by heart, I'm kind of like can barely play it. I'm like, fuck, I'm like really falling off. I know I haven't played in like 5-6 years properly, but still. I picked up piano again recently, been playing every day. Yeah, nice. My chair is from Officeworks. It's starting to reach its end, but it's done all right for 5 years. Yeah, nice. I used to have an Officeworks chair. I think that's one of my favorite chairs. And then I had like a Serialabs chair that I was like begrudgingly using for a couple of years. And then recently, I spent the big boy bucks and bought a Herman Miller. Yeah, I can relearn it all. I just have to build up the muscle memory again. I just like, I don't feel I'm as interested in, I just not even as interested. I just don't have the time to play anymore because I'm so like busy with like work, doing this stuff, my other hobbies outside of this, which is like, I don't know. I just have like a lot of shit I'm doing. It's hard finding the free time. Same, I was locked in high school, but now I don't play anymore, kind of shame. Yeah, I was really locked in guitar. I used to play a lot of like classical finger style. So it was like really fun. But now like not as much if ever. I've kind of just completely like, so I'm slowly forgetting everything. But I just need to build up muscle memory, but it's hard to find the free time for me personally. So I don't like doing too much hobbies that are creative because then I just get fatigued. So I'm trying to like be a little bit tactful and stuff like that, as odd as it sounds. I did try guitar too. I liked Andy McKee and Don Ross. Mood, I have to take active steps not to work 24/7 these days. Yeah, I find it's really easy for me to overwork myself, but I'm lucky I have a good friend of mine to where he like will tell me when I need to chill out. Because he knows me pretty well and he knows I work like a dog sometimes, so he helps snap me out from time to time. I used to be really bad back in the day though. Like I would take no breaks, constant overtime, job was like my life. And then like I reached a point with work where I just got so burnt out because like I wasn't feeling fulfilled with work. And then that's when I started doing this YouTube stuff. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Having my life to where it's not fully centered on my job is actually fantastic. It's like dumb as it sounds. Don't burn yourself out? Yeah, definitely better at it now. I used to be really bad at it. I had like a really toxic mentality to where I kind of had a lot of my life goals centered around work. And I didn't understand at the time that like that's such a bad mindset to have because work is out of your control. You should really be setting your life, like your goals and stuff like that, to something you can actually control. Otherwise, you're just setting yourself up for like frustration. And that's something I kind of had to learn the hard way. But I mean, it was a good lesson to have because then I started making YouTube stuff and eventually got into streaming and whatnot, like I'm doing here today. It's silly, but when you have that light bulb moment, yeah. It's I don't know, it's kind of funny. I think a lot of the best life tips I generally have when I have people ask me stuff, it's the most simplest things, and it's like stuff that when I was younger I'd probably be like, yeah, of course. But like you don't really think about it properly until like it actually happens. But I don't know, it could be that also when I was younger, I was quite naive. And I still am quite naive, I suppose. Yeah, it's really important to just not, because at the end of the day, with like your job and stuff like that, if I'm just assuming you're working like a regular job for like a regular ass company and whatnot, and it's not like a small company, you know, like they don't really care about you. Because at the end of the day, it's a business. They want to make money. As unfortunate as it sounds, it's just how things are, right? Ooh, how am I gonna do this bit? Do I want to join this? I don't really want to. Can I get away with not doing it? I think I can. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's like a company is going to do their best to ensure that they're able to be profitable, and they don't really care about you too much. Because like anyone's easily replaceable. It sounds really like like harsh or whatever, but that's just kind of how it is, really. And I understand it totally. Like if I was a company that wanted money, I'd do the same. It makes sense to me. But yeah, it's just important to remember, like companies and your workplace isn't like your friend and stuff like that. It's still it's just how money is, really. IKEA food. Sorry, I think I missed. That was quite a while ago. IKEA food falling off doesn't sound like the craziest thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's just really bland. Every time I've gone there to feel like meatballs, I'm just like yeah, the combo of the jam and meatballs is nice, but the meatballs just taste really bland now. And I'm still low-key pissed how our Costco here in Australia, at least the one I live nearby, they don't do chicken bake anymore. That shit is gas, man, and they stopped doing it. I have a friend who works there, and I ask him like every now and then, like, hey, are they still not doing the chicken bake? That's like all I care about there. But yeah, make sure to look after yourself and not get baited by us working like a dog for your workplace. Some places are different, don't get me wrong, but just, you know, for general companies and stuff like that. I personally learned that the hard way. Ooh, Fall Out Boy. We're not Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco. Before they fell off. I think I can get away with not merging this if I'm just smart about it, because I can merge it later, but I just want to keep this asymmetrical and then this symmetrical. Or do I even want to do that? Actually, I think for this bit, I will keep it, have some more asymmetry here. So I will merge it. time is it? Yeah, I got like another hour before I probably have to force myself to go to sleep. I've got like kind of a big day tomorrow. I told my team I was gonna cook for them for like when we all come into the office. So I was originally gonna cook for like 5-6 people at the office, and then it somehow ended up being that I'm now cooking for like 12 people. So I'm gonna have a very busy Thursday. I have to like figure out what I'm gonna cook and then also prep all the ingredients and stuff like that. I'll probably like start prepping things tomorrow, like organizing it, so I don't like do it all last minute. Small question: what plugin or are you using to get the colors like that? I am. Oh, do you mean like the theme? I can send the link to the theme that I have in chat. I'm just finding it now. So I am using this theme. I've only done a slight adjustment to where I just made like the faces and stuff pink. Oh, the theme is nice, but I did mean on the model. So the way I'm making the colors in the model, I am making essentially for each color, I'm making a material. So I'm making like an emission material for each different color. So an emission material just means it's unlit, so no light interacts with it, so it's just a flat color. And then I'm just applying it to each individual face. That's how I'm doing the colors at the minute. I will eventually just texture it instead, but it's kind of just for previs at the minute. Cooking for people can be really good though. Yeah, it's fun. It's just, it kind of just went from like a small thing to like, oh, I'm a little bit stressed out now. I've never cooked for this many bloody people. I might make, I'll probably make chopped cheese for everybody. Cause that's pretty simple to make. Last month I made everybody vodka pasta and gnocchi, but I don't really feel like making pasta again. I kind of want to do something a little bit different. I might just do chopped cheese. That's relatively simple to make. But I think the only stressful part of it is that some of us have certain dietary requirements, and like one person is vegan, 2 other people can't have anything like with that's cow dairy. So I kind of just have to like figure out what to do there. Yeah, chopped cheese. It's basically, I think it's an American thing. It's more or less just a burger, but you cook the patty and then you chop up the patty and then you slap some cheese in when it's in the grill, so the cheese mixes in with the beef patty. Yeah, it's to the point with the dietary stuff. I actually I made a spreadsheet to where I asked everyone individually, hey, do you have any dietary requirements so I can like can make sure that I don't poison you? But no, it should be fun. I think I'm just like I'm stressing out a little bit because I'm like, I want to make sure it's good. But I do like doing this stuff. I think it's like a really easy team thing to do, and it makes people happy as well. Because a lot of people have to travel to come into the office, and but yeah, buying lunch is quite expensive. So it should be fun. The only thing is, like, at the office, the kitchen we have is low-key dog water, but I should be able to make do with it. I'm just gonna bring some of my own like utensils and pans and stuff in, but it'll be fun. Oh, I just remembered, I actually have to go to the office tomorrow. I better go to bed on time today, because they're turning the power off at my apartment for like some construction thing tomorrow, so I have to actually go into the office and I can't stay at home. I like almost purely work from home. It's quite good. Hey man, so I just loaded up the resale model and just realized, did you include the files in there for a paid add-on for free? No, that's not the paid part. So that is AutoRig Pro's tools. So that is like, if you install that add-on, that will allow you to use an AutoRig Pro rig, but that is like freely accessible. So it doesn't have the actual AutoRig Pro add-on itself, it just has the tool set for it. If that makes sense, like the things. Okay, hold on, let me pull up the model to explain. So when you open up the rig, right, and you click on like the arm bone, for example, you'll have this window called rig properties. That is what the add-on that is provided will do. It'll make this like work. So with this, you can snap and change like FK and stuff like that. Because that is what you're allowed to provide. Otherwise, you can't use an AutoRig Pro rig. Yeah, no worries, no worries. But yeah, I'm excited. Also, like, I don't have a busy day on Thursday when I'm gonna cook for everybody, so like, I got all the time in the world. I'm really nervous because I want to make sure they're all happy and they like the food. Because cooking food for people is kind of scary. I personally think, because like I know what I like, but I don't know if I have chopped taste. I'm like really specific about like my food. And then like, I don't know, I'm like specific about my food, but then also if I'm cooking it and I do a shit job, I don't care, I'm eating it. I don't like wasting food. If I like make something inedible, I'm gonna eat it, whether like my stomach likes it or not. Yeah, it is a bit stressful, but I don't know, it could be fun. I do think it'd be really cool to do like cooking classes, so I can learn some actual proper technique and stuff like that. You like cheese fries and meat? You have a very good taste. Yeah, I think I might also do loaded fries for them as well, because I think just doing a chopped cheese might be not as filling. So I'll probably do some loaded fries with the leftover beef mince that I might have for them as well. I'm gonna spend a bit of time thinking about the menu. Like when I do stuff like random things like this for my team, I make sure to like put my full into it. I remember like last year, towards the end of the year, I made a like mock fake award show where I gave everyone fake awards. That shit was funny as. I came into the meeting, like it was all online, in a full suit and everything, and I had like a whole slides and graphics prepared for like a fake Oscars. That shit was probably the funniest thing I've ever done. That was so good. I did myself with that one. Holy. I think for this year I'm gonna do a similar thing, but I'm gonna like spend some time to like make like a full graphics package. Yeah, like the work is pretty so the work is not the greatest in the sense it's kind of stressful, but I try to make sure like we have a good team environment, stuff like that. I want to make sure the vibes are good here and make sure it's fun, because you know it's quite a stressful industry and stuff like that, where I just want to make sure everyone's happy and having fun at the very least. At least like when I can. Can fix this. Can I fix this? Surely. I've made, yeah, I like loaded fries a lot. It's like, the thing with loaded fries is you gotta get it when you can't like let it sit, otherwise the fries will sog up. Like cold loaded fries are awful. I gotta make sure I like time that stuff properly. But I love loaded fries. It's just bloody expensive when I'm going out to buy it. I'm a monster. I could eat him cold. I mean, I'm gonna eat him cold, but it's just not as like. It doesn't spark as much joy. Mm-hmm. Okay, wait, where am I joining them? Is it at this point? No, it's at this point. Okay. I think with food, I'm like, such like a texture kind of guy, in the sense that like, wait, I just completely lost my train of thought. Oh, I can't remember now. So with like fries, I really don't like them cold because I'm pretty strong in texture. To where if like something needs a bit of crunch, like I need to make sure I've got that packed as well. So like when fries get cold, it's like really depressing and sad. Lo, can you allow raids real quick? I think they're allowed. Let me check. Hey, where do I even see it? Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to see if I have that enabled. Yeah, they should be allowed, I think. But I'm gonna like probably wrap it up soon, to be honest. I have to go to bed soon. Oh, man. I'll try to get this front hair, like at least this ASIM stuff done before I call it. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Okay. Congrats, you got 3 people that are already here. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Hello from the Philippines. Okay. Let's split this up now. But yeah, I've got a bit of a busy week. I'll try like stream Wednesday. What's today's Monday for me? So Wednesday for me, Tuesday for you guys, probably like similar time. And then as well on Thursday for you guys. But we'll see. Like, I'm gonna mess about with streaming around like these times this week, and then next week, if I can be bothered fixing my sleep schedule, I'll try to do like a morning stream, so a lot earlier. But we'll see. I'm kind of just messing about to see what's the best like time for me to stream and stuff like that. Okay, I think we have this front bit done, really. Gonna push this up. I'll quickly, I think before I head off, I'll quickly work on the side hair vents now as well. I remember one of you guys were curious about how I was gonna do that. Well, I'm nearly done with my own work, but I need to head to bed soon, so I'm gonna have to look to finish. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Hope you have a good rest of your look. I'm about to head to bed myself soon as well. I just wanna quickly block in a few more things before I bounce. I probably should end and just go to bed, but I think if I just sit in bed now, I'm not gonna fall asleep. Lovely talking to you, meeting you. Hey, it was nice talking to you as well. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's just push this in. I low-key have to like do a bit of doom scrolling before I go to bed as well. It was fun to watch the process in real time. Yeah, I was glad it's been fun. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I don't do too much stuff of this model off stream because I want there to be a full VOD of like me making a character for people to watch in case they're curious of how I do things in like any way. But I think that's the only thing I might do off stream after this is probably figuring out this like backstrap situation. But I think it's gonna be minor tweaks, but I just kind of need to do a bit of it off stream so I can kind of just figure out how I want to do it. It's really nice to see the full process. I'm learning a lot by watching. Oh, nice. I'm glad you guys have been learning a lot from it. As long as the hair has the air vents, it'll all be to regulation, yeah. So the way I typically do the hair vents, by the way, I'll like often model it like this, and then I'll like fill out the gaps here with just like simple like fill, just to make this bit blocked out. I think it might be best to show, is this model? No, this model doesn't have it. I'm trying to think what model I have on deck that has the vents, because I kind of do it in a scuffed way, but like you don't see it anyway, so it's fine. So I don't think I'll get in time to showcase it by today. Let me see what completed projects I have in my folder. I think I have this I can show. Okay, let's see. Oh my god, Bomba. Okay, so this is a pretty good example. So I'm just gonna hide. Oh my god. So I'm just gonna solo only the hair. So as you can see here, I've kind of just absolutely mished and smashed to get these sort of like vents in, but it's more or less like just a normal strand. I've just done a little bit of tweaking just to get the air vents in themselves. Hey, thank you for the follow, Randy. Welcome in. Welcome in. So that's kind of like how I do it. And some other models as well. I kind of like, and I think in the model I'm working on now for like the VTuber thing, I can't show it, of course, like yet, because we haven't like, it hasn't been debuted yet. But the way I did the hair vents in that model is essentially I have like the vents covered in, and then like it's just the normal hair strand, like that sort of thing. Because like you don't, the vents are never going to be open, and you're never going to see underneath it. So like I do not really care about how all this stuff looks under, because it's never going to be visible. So I'm not too like, I guess, precise in the topology. I kind of just do whatever looks best, I suppose. Where's my thingy? Oh, it's my bedroom. Okay. All right. I think actually I might just call it there. So I mean, okay, progress, I suppose. We got okay, not bad of a stream. It's like 4 hours. We got like a good start on like the front of the hair. I think that's turning out quite nice. Updated the bow, added some more detail there. Noodle got nowhere for the back. But that was me warming. That was me warming up. Yeah, block that. So we got a good start. So I'll be back not tomorrow, but the day after. So in 2 days, probably stream around the same time. As always, the VOD for the stream is up on my YouTube channel. So if anyone wants to go back to something and stuff like that, can always just check that out. It should always be saved and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm gonna quickly look for someone to actually raid this time. Before I head out real quickly, let me find, see if I can find somebody quickly. Okay, I almost dipped before like raiding somebody. Okay, I found who I'm gonna raid. I am going to raid someone I actually watch quite often, so I'm gonna send you guys there. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will talk to you all again soon. See ya!